Hey guys, good evening. Good evening, gentlemen, ladies, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties. I welcome you tonight to what I call an unplanned scheduled, an unscheduled live show, but we are here for it. And those who don't have their notification bell on, I feel bad for them tonight because they may not know that we are online and we are live tonight. How is everyone doing? Happy Saturday or happy Friday, happy weekend, as we will greet in Nigeria. So tonight we have our first gentleman who is coming to share with us. And like I said, this was not the day we initially arranged, but we had a discussion earlier on today and decided to just run with it as God helps us. So thank you very much for being here. Some housekeeping. If you have not yet subscribed, of course, you cannot make a comment. So I encourage you to subscribe. It's completely free of charge. The YouTube does not charge, okay? All you need is a Gmail email account. Once you have a Gmail, you can subscribe to YouTube and you can follow us on Obodoyibo TV. And please hit the like button as you're coming in, put your notification bell on so that whenever we have these sessions, like we're having tonight, that are unplanned, outside the usual days that we do the show, which is Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, then you can get notification whenever we're on. It's not always convenient for everybody to do those days, so I try as much as possible to accommodate my guests who are not available in those days. So you are all highly welcome to tonight's show. My guest is in the house. His name is Paul, and he's come here to share with us about his marital issues. Okay? I am going to just say before we proceed that, as usual, the same respect. I know we are more women in this platform than men, but please have an open heart. The same empathy that we have with women. I encourage you to have it, tonight for our brother Paul. Okay? I want you to show him love, welcome him for the fact that he has the courage, to put his ego aside to come and share with us. You guys remember the last time we had a brother scheduled? he stood us up and never showed up. I'm still waiting for him to come and apologize. He hasn't done so. So please be kind. Try not to ask any question that is going to provoke or, the sort of question you usually not ask a woman. He's somebody that's spoken here before. And I'm sure when he starts speaking, most of you will remember he is absolutely funny. I will tell you that. Paul is so funny that all of you will be rolling on the floor. But as we are going to laugh, the reason why we are going to laugh is not because we're not taking what he's saying seriously, but he's just a funny person. And he doesn't even know that he's funny. When he's talking, the terminologies that he uses will just make you laugh. But still, we are still going to take the lessons, take the corrections, and as well as bring out the salient lessons and red flags in this relationship. And ultimately, the goal tonight is to help Brother Paul to fix his marriage. Okay, we've never done this on this platform before, but tonight we are going to make history by the grace of God. Because we have our first brother, we are going to help Paul to fix his marriage. And the thing, before I bring on Paul, I want to tell you something about this man. What I like about him is that he's brutally honest and he acknowledges his mistakes. Okay, a lot of us, we only see something from our own, our narrow way, and uh we never ever say this is what I did wrong. But he does acknowledge, I did this wrong, this is my mistake. So there is room for, forgiveness, there's room for reconciliation. So without me going on and on and on, and I can do that, let me welcome our brother Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hello, good evening out there. Greetings to everybody. You're
You're
welcome to
welcome.
this show, this beautiful show.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. They are all saluting you in the comment section. Everybody is greeting you. Good evening. Good evening.
I greet back
So,
as well.
yeah, how do you feel?
Beautiful.
Good, good, good. So we are here tonight to talk about you and your situation, your marriage. And you said to me that you wanted to share because you want people to know that men do suffer too. We all
Exactly.
acknowledge this. We acknowledge this. And you said to me that men don't just like speaking about, things when they happen to them. They rather bottle it. But you have chosen because you said this is where your healing is going to come from. This is where you're going to get things right. So you decided to share. So I want to really commend you for that. Thank you so much for choosing us to share your story with us on this platform. We really, really appreciate that. You're welcome.
You're most welcome.
Okay, so you have the floor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you met your wife, and what led to where we are today. And as usual, you know how we do it on the show. I will interject intermittently to bring out lessons. You can drink water when I'm doing that, to emphasize something or to reiterate something. So don't be offended if I will try not to intrude too much, but we will be breaking it down gradually as we go along. Is that okay?
It's very okay.
All right. Okay.
So,
So tell us. You have
so
the floor.
never mind to ask questions. Any question that you can ask, which is answerable here, I'll give it to you people. I don't bother. No,
Okay.
there's no problem about that.
Okay. All right.
So, so like you said, I stay in Germany, and it is so. I was married to a German. We divorced. Now I want to get married again, and I decided to go to Nigeria. So, but before then, I've tried my best here to get someone. It was not working. So that was around try 2006. I will start from my dream because all of them work together. I dreamt I went to look for a wife in a dream. So in this place we went, it's a very far place, just like a beyond. We went over hills, over hills, over hills. When I got there was three ladies for me. Three. I saw them. So one was a girl, it was a real life girl, a Bini girl that was living in Bokum here. She has an Afro shop. She died. So when I was coming, she saw me and recognized me. But before she recognized me, I have already recognized her. So I say, no, this one, no, she's already dead. I don't go there. So the second one, I look at her. I said, no, it's not my thing. So the third one, I say, I will take this third one, but she is still too young. She's not up to age. That was how that dream ended that day. So that was it. So I start living, start searching, continue searching. Then come a day again. We were celebrating in the church. This is a dream again. My brother came up to me and told me, I think you are searching for a wife. She said, this girl is a good girl. Why can't you marry her? That's by the way. So then I keep searching. Now it's life. Now the dream is over. Now I'm talking about life now. So 2009, I decided to go to Nigeria for a wife. So when I got to Nigeria, I told God, I am going to Nigeria to marry a wife. That is the purpose why I'm traveling to Nigeria. I give everything to you. I left. When I get to Nigeria, I started searching. It wasn't easy. I couldn't find. So before I could know it, my time is running up. So it remained for me 3 days to go. So I shout. I say, God, what is happening? I told you I come to marry. I haven't seen anybody. I'm going back to Germany empty-handed. So something came to my mind. I decided to fast immediately that day. I said, God, I will not eat until you give me somebody that I will marry. So I fasted till 12 o'clock. Behold, my brother came to me and told me the same thing he told me in the dream. That he saw somebody in the bank that I think I'm looking for a wife. That person is a good person. So immediately my brother told me this, I jumped up. I remember that dream. I said, okay, I went there immediately. So when I got there, they brought three women or three girls for me. The first one came, I know. The second one came, no. The third one came and said, yeah, this is the one. She too, she was looking at me on my face. I said, why are you looking at me like that? She told me she was expecting somebody as well. That's it. So from there, I just told her, I want to marry you. There's nothing else I said. I want to marry you. Can you come to my place this evening? She said, okay. She's coming in the afternoon. Then she did came. We arranged everything. Then we got married. That's how we got married. Within 3 days. So I left. Then after one year, I prepared for the paper, and she came over and joined me here in Germany.
Okay, I'm going to pause here. Thank you very much. You're doing well. So, this is the foundation of the marriage, and there are lessons here that I'm going to bring out. So, Paul went to Nigeria with an intention to marry. Okay, and he did say that he has the gift of dreams, which we discussed extensively this afternoon. And he said his dreams normally come to pass, and he saw this woman in his dream, but he already has a history. Okay, he already was married before with children, and the marriage ended, and so now he wanted to marry again. So what we can take from this junction about how the marriage was contracted is that you don't contract a marriage within 3 days. I don't care if Jesus Christ came to you himself on the dream and said, and hold a woman's hand and hand her over to you and say, this is your wife. You still got to date her. You got to know her, have a relationship. There's a reason why that relationship period is important. It's for you to study each other, to know your likes, your dislikes, what makes you angry, what makes you mad, what makes you, smile, what makes you go gaga, whatever. Your likes, your passions, your hobbies, everything about each other, to know each other. So 3 days is never enough to marry anybody. But I believe Paul is a man of faith. He took the bull by the horns, because he went to Nigeria to marry, and he made sure that he married before he came back. So if you are listening out there to Paul's story tonight, the foundation of the marriage is very, very important. And the reason, he also acknowledges it, that some of the reason why they now have the problem they currently have is because there was no courtship at all. So let's take that from there. Okay, going forward, you said that you were visiting before the 1 year that she finally came to join you in Germany, right?
Yes. When I finished marrying her, I came back. Then I visited her in Nigeria. She would call me up, say, please, darling, come. I would say, okay, I'll try and make up a time, take a holiday, quick one. Then I rushed down to Nigeria. We stayed 1 or 2 weeks. Then I came back.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, 2000, let me not mention the year. She came over after 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And we started living, enjoying ourselves. Barely 2 years into the marriage, there was a problem about something like Facebook. She wanted to register in Facebook. And I told her, please, can you wait a little bit? Is this Facebook? I don't trust this Facebook. And again, secondly, she wanted to. I told her, let us bring our fortunes together, our money, put it together in one place, two signatory.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know how we use our money, and we know at the end of each month, you take your pocket money, I take my own. We know how much that remains. We both decide how to give home, how to give anything out anywhere. She refused, so then she booted out. She left.
Somebody asked a very valid question here, Paul.
Yeah, please.
And I was just about to ask you. Thanks, Miss Oma. She said, how old was she when you guys got married, and how old were you then?
Good. I was 45, 46. She was 21.
So there was a 24-year age gap between the two of you.
Correct.
Okay. So at 21, you realize that most young people at that age will do social media. And so saying don't do social media, I can imagine why it will have it won't sit well with her. But did you explain to her why you didn't want her to do Facebook?
Yes, yeah, I did. Because that I said Facebook is not well trusted. People do certain things there. Let us wait and see a little bit. That's what I told her. But she
Okay.
insisted. I said, okay, she left my
Yeah.
house because of that and because of the money as well, because she refused that we should put our money together
Mm-hmm.
in one pot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she left as a result of that disagreement.
Something is happening with the system. I'm not hearing you very well. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Then what happened?
Okay.
You say she left as a result of that disagreement.
Yes, after two years or so, she left my house and went to a lady's house in here, and they asked her what happened. She said she's afraid of me and so on. Then they say they protected her there. Now they have to write me telling me to come. Then they ask her as well to produce or to provide an evidence of anything that I've done to her, which she couldn't. So, but later on, when I resolved the matter, I realized that it was a mistake. I went back after 2 weeks. I apologized to her. She apologized as well, and she came back. She promised me never to do that anymore. So we started living as husband and wife. Then with some issues, husband and wife issues, like you want me to tell you the issues that we encountered on our
Yes.
way?
Yes. Yes.
So
Give us some examples. Yeah. Very
okay,
important.
okay. For example, we have issues like sometimes, she's a kind that always what people do outside. She always tell me, this is how these people live, this is how these people do, this is how these people do. So my kids were playing in the house. So I told her, please, don't allow these kids play in the house. They should go outside. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
She will not accept that from me. Sometimes she will tell me, who am I to tell her how the kids should be trained and so on. And that is one example.
Mm-hmm.
The second example was how um, how we argued about we are Christians, we are religious, but her own is
Mm-hmm.
too much. I'm as well. So
Mm-hmm.
about this type of a thing, she believed in that type so much that she can't do without it. So I was trying. We argue about it sometimes because I will bring my own Bible verse. She will bring her own. We try to argue about it. I will tell her tithe is. I mean, what is described in this tithe is God will open the heaven for you to pour out so that you cannot contain you. So I was trying to tell her, now you believe in this tithe so much, then they have opened this thing for you. But why do you still ask me for money? They started asking me for money for feeding or to buy anything. So I would just relax. You bring the money because you pay that they say to open. So I tried to explain to her this opening of heaven, to my understanding, heaven has been open to everybody. We have the air that we breathe, it's open, you cannot finish it. We have the water, you can't finish it. The meat, the even money also, you just need to go and work and get them. So that's how I see it, the heaven open. So that's what I tried to explain to her, that tithe, whether you pay tithe or not, you will live, because Christ said, I've forgotten the verse, God, my Father waters the righteous and the unrighteous, and period. Whether the most important thing is at the judgment day, He has given He have told us what to do and what not to do. He will water everybody. So at the judgment day, that's when it matters. So there's something like that we argue. So we will quarrel because of that. Many
Okay.
quarrels.
Okay. I want to bring something out here before you continue, my brother. I think you need to clarify when you said about putting your money together. You said to me that she has never worked since she got to Germany. You are the only one working, so whatever money she's getting will be from maybe the children's benefits. Am I right?
Sister B, I couldn't get your voice was jumping. I couldn't get you.
I said that you told me she's not worked because since she came to Germany, you guys have 4 kids.
Yes,
So
four.
the money, putting money together that you were talking about is not from her, like she was working, is from maybe child benefit or whatever the government is giving.
Plus my salary, exactly.
So the putting money together was basically what the government was giving her for the children, not that she had a job or an income,
Yes,
because obviously she's a full-time mom with four children is no joke.
yes.
And she had the children back to back. You said when the minute she got to Germany, you just started dropping the children, gwa, 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 under 12 years. Four.
Let it
Yes.
be. Let it be. See, see, I'm not the. Let me say this. I told her let us have two kids because I know how tedious is here. Né? But she refused. She said she wants four. That's a point. I said let's have two. She wants four, not me. So she wanted it. But later she say, yeah, are you not the one that put it? I know. Okay, I accept. Okay, no problem. It's not. I'm not accusing her. She's a good girl. She's okay. So I'm listening to you.
So yeah, because you already have children from your previous relationship. So I can
Yes.
understand why you want to have only two. But
Yes.
women do that as well. We do that and say we want more, we want more. But what
Okay.
some women who are married from Africa that come here don't realize is that the reality of raising children here and in Nigeria is not the same. It is hard work to raise children here. Even only one child, you go on faint. Talk of four. So I'm sure she realizes that now. Another thing I want to bring out here is about the discipline. There was some misunderstanding about your parenting style, and I did explain it to you today when we were talking that you said that the children will be playing football in the room, in the house. And there was even a time that they were breaking stuff in the house, and you usually tell your wife to caution them not to do it. And I asked you, I said, why can't you do it yourself? Like tell your children, stop it. If you are there when the thing is happening, you said sometimes she's not happy, so you tell her to do it. But I said to you, the lesson we are taking from this point is that as a parent, you don't need the permission of another parent to discipline your children, right? So, as a man, you are the father, you are the head of the family. If your children are misbehaving, and children do, boys have a lot of energy, they'll be running up and down. Some families they are tired, they don't break TV tire. Especially at that age, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, from 2 to 5, 6 is not easy to contain them. That's why it's good to take them out. But these children were playing rough and destroying things. As a father, please discipline your children. Even if your wife is antagonistic against it, she's saying, no, don't do it. She's taking the side of the children. Please carry on. It's very, very important that you establish that discipline because trust me, children respect authority. And you are the number one authority figure in that family as the father. So going forward, if your children are misbehaving, please, you don't need permission from your wife. Tell them, oh yeah, sit down there, you. You sit down there, go to your room, go to this corner. Don't do that again. You stand your voice. Don't shout, oh, if you want to. Some parents will shout, but make sure it is stand in a way that they haven't heard you before because children can take you for granted. So stand it and tell them, oh yeah. And children, when you do it once, you do it twice, they will know daddy does not like it, so they won't do it. Someone like my husband, he shout, he will scream and shout, I know we women, we are guilty here at this juncture because some women used to defend their children, and sometimes my husband will tell me that I do that too. I will say, the shouting is too much, don't shout, this, that. But please don't stop disciplining your children. Very, very important. The second one, before I let you continue, is the doctrine. You are both Christians, but there's a misunderstanding there and incompatibility with your doctrine about the tithes. You don't believe in all this tithe. She wants to tithe every month. So, I mean, if there was a period of courtship, I'm sure these are the things that you would have been able to establish because sometimes religious belief or what you believe in your faith can be very, very strong, and people don't like changing it because they believe you want to change them fundamentally from who they are. So, hence, she was kicking against it when you were saying, don't tithe or stop tithing so much. And she believes that it's through tithing that God will bless her. That is what she has been taught and she accepts it. So, these are the two things that we can bring out from there. I think the lesson is there for everybody to take. If you want to marry somebody, ask them, what they believe in terms of even within Christianity, doctrine, very, very different. You need to establish that you are compatible in that area. Right. Carry on, my brother.
So where are we? Where were we?
We stopped at when
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay,
stopped
we
at.
stop. Hello?
Hello, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we keep living with some issues, you understand? So as normal issues, it will be sometimes when she offends me, I will apologize. When I offend her, I will go and apologize. So this apology that will happen before she will calm down. She will not just calm down immediately. When we quarrel, she will start talking. Oh, Sister B, you people are good in talking. Oh, you talk, 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 talk.
Sorry, we apologize on behalf of our gender. We apologize.
You will talk, talk, talk. So when she talk, you will talk 30 minutes. I will just go to her. Then she will not know. I'll just grab her at the back and hold her. Say, it's okay, honey, it's okay. When I say it's okay, she will vent her anger. But I hold her tight. So after that, after begging her, then she will be okay. Then after that, come and see the sweetest love in the world. You understand? The sweetest love in the world after she have agreed. So then, meanwhile, I will beg her with something. I will say, "Hey, honey, please, what do I do for you now? Should I kill you? How?
No, there's
You
one
go?
name you call her. If you don't tell me that name, I'm not allowing you to continue. There's one name that you
A
normally
lot,
use to beg her. What
a
is the
lot, of,
name?
a lot of them. I used to call her Omalicha, Oyoyo Wine, Apangwa, Mommy.
Uwa mommy. That is the one I'm looking for. Uwa mommy.
And And when I call her this, she will mellow down. So after that quarrel and I start apologizing to her, whether I am wrong or she's wrong, that's what I learned. And that's what has been carrying us till now. So whenever we have problem, I will always go and make the peace. So there's one thing I want to say. In this area, if you see something that will always give you peace, which is not a bad direction, so you take it along. So I took it and it was okay. It was okay for me because I now know that is how my wife behaves. When it happens, I say, okay, it's my wife. I'll go again. I'll apologize. We start living. So I'm challenging men this time around with this. I want to say something. Sister B, the Bible says men are the head of the family, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
So being
husband,
head
not
of the
men. The husband is the
The
head of the
husband, okay,
family.
husband.
Mm, mm,
Being head of a family, it takes a lot. You have to be a head of a family when there is quarrel at home. You don't need to raise your hand. That's when you are the head, not when all the big things. That's my own opinion. If somebody is listening to me, so so I will apologize. Women are like flowers. They are very beautiful. They are very sweet. God created them very beautiful. In my own side, my wife, I love her so much, no matter what. So when she starts this, I'll just go and hold her. So when there's a problem, even though you are wrong or you are right, go and hold her. That's what you people need. You people need that. If you're quarreling,
Yes.
you people need that thing. Go and hold your wife. Don't mind.
Yes.
She will not agree immediately. Just go and hold her tight. Start apologize to her because that is how they are implemented. That's what I found out. Despite. So
Yes, you are right.
and
100%.
so and that is what you call a leader. When things are hard, then what do you do? So that's my advice. So then we continue living like this when that's how we're living. Everything was going until this Corona came just last year. So it is so that when we made it so me and her, when I'm at home in the morning, I will take the kids to school. But when I'm not there, she will do that. So it came a day I had an appointment around 8 o'clock. I was at home, but due to the pressure, I just ran out because I was going late. I didn't tell her. That was a mistake from me. When after going to that appointment, I came
Appointment.
back. I apologized. Okay? Yes, I apologized to her. I said, sorry, this is what I did. I would have told you.
Did
So
the children go
from
to
that
school that
day,
day?
please.
The children, did they go to school that day? Kindergarten, did they go? Did she take them or
Yeah,
they
they
stayed at
went.
home?
Yeah, they went.
Okay.
She took them, but I was supposed to take them, and I ran out. I didn't tell her anything. It was bad of me there.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
So when I came back, I apologized. I say it was bad. I would have told you, despite my weak appointment. So from there, she scattered. Ah! She was annoyed. Though. I beg. Oh, I started begging. Oh. I started begging, saying, no way. Begging, saying, no way that I've been doing this, doing that. The whole thing came out just last year. So I was only begging. She said, no. I said, what? Okay. Now, all these things is backfiring. That is I applied all my soft methods. I call names. No way. I say, okay, what do I do for you? Should I keep cow for you? Or no way, you don't want anyone. Nothing again. It's not accusing me of everything. That I'm the one that killed her mother. That I'm the one that, because she was in two level when I picked her up. That
200
why should I come and
levels.
marry her? Yes, I didn't allow her to finish her school. But I'm the one that do this. That I said, why? I said, I did not force you. Well, I was surprised. You understand? So this thing from there, this thing continued. She said she was annoyed with me. Just annoyed. Nothing. She said, don't touch me. No kissing, no nothing. So this thing continued like this. So I don't know what to do. Every day I keep begging. So she just started going to church every day. Before it was not like that. Every day she started going to church every day. So I was watching at this situation. I don't know how to tackle it, but that mind that always say, because when things are happening, there something speaks to you. You think a lot of things. This man will be telling you do this. This man will be telling you do that, do this, do that. So, but mind, there's a mind there's a voice that always tell me, if I want to do this, the voice will tell me, why do you want to allow somebody to make you do what you don't want to do or what will jeopardize your life? So I will take that one immediately. That good one is the voice will always tell me, be good, continue what you're doing. If human does not recognize you, I am seeing what you are doing. That is that voice that leads me. Nobody is seeing you, but don't mind what your friends are telling you, because some of my friends say, she's doing that, go leave that place. No, she used medicine to catch you. I said, no, I know when from the beginning I saw her face. I loved her. So I don't care. I say that the mind always tell me, don't ever listen to those people. This is your wife, it is you and her. Go and kneel down and beg her. It is me and her and God that sees us. Nobody sees us. So do it. Just be humble. That is the mind that leads me on. So I keep doing that. I keep apologizing, begging. No, she will go to church, she will come back. She will tell me, okay. Sometimes she will tell me, okay, I agree, but give me time. That time, I will keep waiting. No patient. The time, 1 week will pass. Second day, 2 weeks will pass. I went again. You say, yeah, I've told you to give me time. If you cannot give me, if you can't wait, you go. And I go down. So I keep waiting. She goes to church every day. So one day, I decided to follow her. She didn't know, to see if really she's going to this church. I did that. She didn't know. I saw how she used to go to the church. I came back. So we continue living. One day she came back. She told me, we are not compatible. Even in Christianity, that this doing that, I'm disturbing that I'm a winch. When she said I'm a winch, I'll just look at her and laugh. I laugh because it was very funny. So I would say, which kind of winch? For what? I can't understand, but I don't talk. I don't quarrel about it. So, and she's the type of that prays. She will pray in the night with different things. I know she's the one. She prays very well. She prays. Yeah. I don't have problem with that. Yeah. So she keeps going. So
she's going to church. Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question here, Paul. Why do you think your wife was so resentful towards you? why she didn't, any of your apologies, everything was falling in deaf ears. I mean, it's not like there's anything, no big deal has happened. Like we say, okay, you did something that is so bad with what you've told us so far. I know the story is unfolding, we never reached there yet. We are still counting down. But at this point, why do you think, was she depressed? Was she unhappy? What was it? Did she tell you why she was so
Mr.
resentful?
B, Lady B, we are coming to that, but we are coming to that. I'm telling a story.
Okay.
Because, but let me give you a little bit hint why. It is so. I was trying to dig out what did I do wrong. So as these things were happening, I ringed her dad to tell her dad, this is what is going on. I don't know what I did to your sister. Sorry, to your daughter. She doesn't give me anything, even cooking for me, nothing. You don't cook for me, do nothing.
No Kerewa.
Nothing. No Kerewa, nothing. No touch, no. She doesn't answer my phone. She doesn't answer my phone. So the father called and placed both of us to a question. The father asked me, I told the father, I don't know why she is. The father asked her, she didn't say anything. She started blaming her father. That was how that was ended. She didn't say anything. So I can see, you see. So tell me, what did I do? So it happens that she called my brother in America, my senior brother, and complained to him. So now my brother now called us together and trying to inquire what really happened. So it's there that I realized that she told them that I don't care about her. So my brothers and her wife, because asked her in which area. So she now said, one, in 2012, she was pregnant around 4 months or so. I was about traveling to Nigeria. So the day I'm about to travel, she started complaining about stomach pain, shouting. So I have to tell her, I have to tell her what is wrong, what is going on. I don't know what is going on with you. Are you sick? She said no. I said, where is it paining you? She said, it started stomach. I told her, don't worry. If it continues, call an ambulance. But I have to travel now. I have to travel because I've paid the ticket. If I don't, that money will go. And I wanted to go and organize things at home. It's a place I want to put up for our family because, family house and so on.
How
I
many
did
kids did you
travel.
have by then? How many kids did you have
Yeah,
that occasion when you were going to Nigeria?
one, and one is one is in the belly.
She was pregnant.
Yes, she was pregnant.
Okay.
So she complained that I left her when she was pregnant. That is one. Second, they say we have our boy, my child here, our child that is very stubborn. He jumps about too much. He always gets injured. So when he got injured, my wife will call me where I'm working that I should leave work, that our son is injured. I should leave work because I'm a bus driver, a city bus driver in here, that I should drop the bus and come home, that our kids, you have to go to the hospital there. I have to admit him. I told him, well, I cannot do that. I'm on duty. I can't drop people. It's not done that way. I can't drop people and come to you because we pay for help. When you go to the hospital, if they ask you, your husband is at work, there's a provision for you there. She said, no, yeah, in here, families are more important. I say they are important, but not in this type of situation. So that is the two. Not only one, there are many, but I will give only two. That's the two instances where she said I didn't care for her.
Okay,
So
carry on.
now, then my brother and the wife now said, but when all this thing was happening, where was your husband? She said I'm at work. And I said, but there's nothing, they can't see anything against your husband. He is busy. You see? So so that's what I don't understand. So
right.
then we talked that day. We talked. My brother tried to convince her, say, we let us start up that you should forgive me. They didn't see anything. You understand? That they couldn't see anything. She refused. Oh. She said no. If you know what she told me, that she told me if she allowed me now, because she used to complain, Sister B, she used to complain. I love her so much. Sometimes, I will say I like kissing her, I like holding her. I think she finds this too much. You understand? So if I want to go to work, I will beg her, kiss me, please. Then I'm going to work. I want to take you along with me. She will refuse. We have to beg for that one.
I
To
told you when you told me this story today.
yeah,
I
yeah.
told you when we started conversing about this story, I told you, I say, I don't think from what you are telling me, she's like in love with you. It seems like she's not in love with you, but you said no, that you don't think so. You didn't agree with me. But I can
Yeah.
see on the comment section now that a lot of people are saying that she is not into you. She doesn't, because if you love somebody, even if you are angry, the affection, try to be affectionate towards her. We women are always complain that men are not affectionate. They are not. Nigerian men, African men are not affectionate. You are very affectionate, but she's always declining and pushing you away. When you try to kiss her, you try to hug her, things that affectionately. So it's an indication that she's not attracted to you. This is the way I see it. Because when you are
Okay.
attracted to somebody, you cannot, when they hug you, say you don't want the hug to end. But again, there might be some grievances that she's harboring in her heart and everything, why she's. But it's consistent for a long time. Because if I say it's because you quarreled, the quarrel has finished now, but she still don't not allow you to hug her or to kiss her. So that tells me that she's not really in love or she's not attracted. I don't know why. Okay,
Okay. I will say this, Sister B. I will still. She loves me because I'm on the ground.
that's
You
what you
know
told
why?
me. That's what
Yes.
you told me
You
today,
know,
that you are on the ground, that she loves you.
yes, yes. Because she said it. Sometimes when we have some skirmishes, some of our friends and and our friends, women, my friend mine, we come. We are very close. She says she loves me, that I'm the kind of man she wants. You know
Mm-hmm.
where the problem lies? You know where the problem
Mm,
lies? She said
mm.
she doesn't like proud men, that I'm too proud. She said it open and play. She didn't hide it. So maybe that's the place she's bringing her grudges. The way I talk, you understand, the way I do things, I'm too proud. To the extent, I didn't tell you this, I remember it now, to the extent, our boy, our child, the first one, she's even complained that she's behaving like me. She's too proud. You understand? I say, leave her. Leave him. It is him. You know, understand? She complained that to our child. The same
How
thing.
can a child be proud?
Like,
Did she give you an
so,
example of the kind of things that you
talking
do
about,
that she
okay, are
considered
you
pride?
talking?
Does she consider, I mean, is
Please?
there any example that she gave you, the things that you normally do that she thought were proud, they showed that you were proud? I don't know. Did she say that?
I don't know. So she said she said the way I talk. So I try to reason. The way I talk, I try to reason because it's not I sometimes some days I will put up a tape and listen to myself. I talk and I listen. So I found out that if I'm talking, there's authority in my words. You know, it's like I'm giving command, but that's
Yeah.
not the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my heart. So maybe that is that problem. She doesn't want to understand me. That is how my husband is. But that I think that is the problem. Is she's not only the person. Even where I'm working, my chef told me that the way I talk, but it's
Mm,
not what is in my mind, but the way I talk. You understand? But
mm.
it's not. I don't know how to explain it. That's the way I talk, but it's not what is coming from my. It's my work. My words are very powerful and very authoritative.
Okay.
So yes, something like that. So she
Okay.
always tell me. Uh-huh.
All
So
right.
should I
Carry
go
on.
on?
Yes, carry on. There's something I quickly want to bring up because I know you are going to tell me now about going to Nigeria, right?
So, so your voice is jumping, Sister B.
No, everybody can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Is there any problem with
Now
my
I'm hearing
audio?
you.
Now you're hearing
Now
me.
I'm hearing
Okay.
you. Yes.
Okay.
So
So people in the
talking
comment
about
section, they are all agreeing with me that there's the attraction is one-sided. But let's leave that. So something I quickly want to bring out there before you proceed with your story. You stopped at not hugging you, not kissing you, and being non-affectionate towards you. The issue of calling your family to report you, we normally do that in Africa, but this is 2021, and marriage counseling has replaced that now. I'm not saying that people shouldn't call family members to when they have marital issues to talk. People who your husband might respect, or your wife might be an authority over your wife that she can respect, that you should talk to. But this is 2021, so marriage counseling is better than family. The reason why marriage counseling is better than family and friends is because it is a neutral person. So your wife calling your brother in America, they will not look at it objectively in a way that they, even if they look at it objectively, she's not going to be satisfied, because she will look at it as if, after all, now your brother, you decide your brother. You understand? But if
exactly,
it's a
yes.
man, they will say they decide, especially if what she wants, she didn't get what she wants, which is to blame you. Okay? If they don't blame you because they haven't seen what you've done wrong, then she will not be satisfied. But you see, with the marriage counseling, you will have activities that you will do. Okay? They will give you tasks that you will do. So these are the things that will help you to build, and work through those issues. So marriage counseling, 100% is the way to go. Number two is that somebody was saying that she missed out on her youth, that the reason why she's maybe one of the reason why she's resentful, because what you are saying to us, Paul, and what we are reading from this situation is different. You say she told you that she loves you, but we are not seeing that love now, because love is not about what you say, it's action. Okay? You can say I love you to somebody, it doesn't mean anything except you demonstrate that love. If your wife is not hugging you, you are trying to hug her, she's running. You want to kiss her, she's pushing you away. You calling her, she's not picking your call. She doesn't love you. Because it's not about saying I love you, it's about action. So a lot of people are saying that maybe she felt like her youth was stolen because she married at 21. The age gap is quite wide. Maybe now she's feeling that, okay, I'm stuck with this baba. I've got 4 children, and even though she's the one that wanted the children, and some resentment is building from there. So that is just I'm just trying to analyze that a little bit more to see what we can learn from that going forward, what people can take from that. And she didn't understand the life in Europe as well, by saying that you should leave your job to come to the hospital because one of your child is ill. The kind of job you have, you cannot just drop you park the bus on the road and tell everybody to get down and go. You are on a clock and you need to deliver the passengers to where they are going to, or you'll be fired, or you get into trouble. But she doesn't understand it. This is one of the things I say to men that go to Africa to marry as well. It takes a while, and some women that come from Africa may never get it. This young girl is looking for love. She's looking for affection. She thinks that when she comes to obodooyibo, the husband is going to be sitting at home 24 hours. But you've got to pay bills. She's not working. But does she understand that? No, she doesn't. She wants you to leave your job and come because one of your child is ill. But remember, 4 children is overwhelming for one person to be the caregiver. It's very, very difficult. So, yeah, these are some of the issues. All right, carry on, Paul. Thank you very much.
all right. So, like you said, I had wanted to correct it from the beginning. It was at this last end, yeah, that
Mm,
I yes that but you have said it exactly. She is because she was evasion. You understand? So she
mm.
is like like you said. She's confused. Something like that. So I acknowledge that one, and I saw it in her too. But before, from the beginning, she was in love with me. She loved me. I can say that proudly. So
Okay, okay.
so
I won't
then
argue
we
with you if you say
continued
that.
like that. Okay.
Mm.
Are you saying something?
No, 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 no. Go ahead. I said I'm going to agree
Okay.
with you if you insist that she
Okay.
loved you from the beginning.
Yes, she did. She
Okay,
do. So
okay,
so then we will continue. Then we continue this church. Oh, continue going to this church every day. So around March, as this thing was going on, we were still going together, moving, but I'm not allowed to touch her. So no problem. I agree, because she's, provided she's around me, I'll take her to church some days. I'll go and pick her when she likes. I'll go and pick her when she likes. She calls me. So one day around February this year, she was about to go to church. So I was at home, and I told her, I'm home. I'm not going to go to work today. Let me take you to church. She told me I should not worry, that she will take the bath. I said, okay, no problem. But I suspected her. When she left, I started following her behind to see the bus she will take. So I'm getting to the bus stop. It was the pastor that come and picked her. So what did I do? I came home immediately. I saddled my car and I followed them, because I know the church. Sometimes I used to attend the church. So I went to the church to see. I was with my camera. That's an evidence. So I want to video them.
You begin play detective, carry camera to see whether she's good. This church every day. Let me even see
Exactly.
where you are going to.
Exactly. Happen. So then when I get to the church, it seems the pastor has already dropped her and went to pick other people. So when the pastor saw me, then I beamed the camera on the pastor, thinking my wife is inside. So my wife was not inside. It was another set of people. So the pastor was surprised. He said, what is the problem, Paul? I should come. The pastor called me to come. I came. He sat me down into his car and asked for my wife, because my wife is already in the church. My wife came. He sat her down, and one German lady too. We were four. I, pastor, German lady, and my wife. So the pastor now asked me, what is the problem? Why, what is wrong? So I now told pastor that I told my wife I want to bring her to church today, that I'm at home. She said no, she will take the bus. But I'm not so comfortable. I wanted to know the bus she will take. So I followed her. So when I got, it was your car that you came and picked her, not the car, you came and picked her. Pastor said yes. But I found out that pastor didn't pick only my wife that day. She went around picking the church members. Yeah. So as we were sitting there, so I now tell the pastor. When I told pastor this, the pastor was annoyed with my wife. So why should you do such a thing? It's your husband. Even if I told you I will come and pick you, and your husband says he will bring you to church, tell me, don't come. My husband will bring me. So that was what the pastor told her. So my wife now insisted that why she did that is because when I promise her something, I don't fulfill it. No, I told her that is not true before the pastor, that I promise her and I do it, but I don't do it immediately, because when we quarrel, I apologize. When she offend me, I apologize. When I offend her, I apologize. With something, I'll promise her something, money. And that money, sometimes I don't give it immediately. I give it instrumentally. I paid all. I didn't owe her. They asked her, is that true? She said yes. So the pastor said it's okay, that she should not do such a thing next time. Then I left them and I went home. Yeah. So this thing continued, and the pastor was expecting me. Sister B, I'll say this before I continue. I don't take my family matter to pastors. I don't. So that was what I told the pastor that day. I told him, I cannot take my family problem to you. Even you have a family problem. And secondly, if I take my problem to you, and my wife is doing what you tell her, so you are the one marrying my wife. I'm not also. I'm not such a man. I can't take that. I will not. My wife has to do what we both of us, not what I want, because a man like me who will be ready to apologize to my wife no matter what. I say, please, if I offend you, tell me, let me know. So sometimes we don't know, but sometimes you will take offense. I don't know. So tell me, I will apologize. So, pastor, you will not tell my wife what she will do. So I'm not going to come and talk to you about my wife. So that was what I told the pastor that when I left, and I still stand by it tomorrow. So So then they continued their church. Oh. She continued going to church every day. She will come, she will go out, she will leave, go out from sometimes she go out from 10 to the 12 in the midnight, she will come back. Anyhow, I just keep looking at her. Sometimes she will come back. I ask her, why are you so late? She will start quarreling. I just keep quiet. I go inside. But no, I don't talk anymore. When she start quarreling, I just go outside. So around that February, March, she came back from the church one day. That was on Wednesday. Yeah. She told me pastor want to go and get passport for people. He knows people in Holland, so she want to go with her to get our kids' passport. 4 of them. I was shocked. I said, what? So now the pastors are the father of my kids. So I cannot take you with my kids to get passport. It's the pastor that you want. He said, yes, I want that. I want to go with you. He knows them there in Holland. I said, but I took you to some place in Berlin here when we got to go and get your passport. She said, yeah, and we went 3 times, but this one, you want to get it quickly. So I have to think, Sister B. So I said, the thing, it breaks my heart, but that voice came again. Say, cool down, cool down, cool down. So I cool down. And now she asked for consent paper. So I have to think. I say, okay. And one passport, the pastor charged him €350 for one person.
Is
That's
the pastor
4 kids.
an agent to do passports?
That is what she told me. I never knew. That's what my wife just told me. Just on Wednesday, they go to the following day. I never planned out. You don't do the vision. So
Okay.
I thought about it. I said, okay. I gave her the consent. The money is not coming from me. It is her own purse. Secondly, it is useful for the kids. I said, go and get the passport. They went and came back. The thing continues. Sometimes I will go to the church.
And this is a Nigerian
Sometimes,
church.
yes, it's a Nigerian church. So what she was doing, I didn't know maybe she went and complained to the pastor that I don't care. So she took the pastor as her father. You understand? Of a kind. So nothing that I say that she does, or nothing, it doesn't answer my phone, nothing. But I kept quiet. Everything was going on. So I was saying in my mind, this pastor that you take like this, that will charge you €350 for one passport, is too costly. But I put it by the side. They went and brought the passport. It's okay. So then around March, I told her I want to go to Nigeria. Because I want to go and finish up. We were planning, me and her, we were planning to go to Nigeria this year. I want to go to Nigeria and paint our house where we will stay and do it well. So she said she want to go to Canada. I said, Canada? She said, yes. And she gave me an ultimatum. Say, this Canada that before I start touching her again, she will go to, I will pay for this trip to Canada. I will not touch her before she go. And after paying, she will go and come back. That it seems, I understand with her, you know? I understand with her. She burnt out some kind of, she wanted a place for her holidays. So I told her, I can't pay for that one. It's too costly, but let us find a place in Europe here.
Europe
I
will
can
be
give
cheaper.
you, yes, 1,000 something, or there is a place in Germany here. They are very good people. There's a place you can go if you are born out. I don't know what they call it in English. They call it call. You can apply. Government will pay for you. You go there and rest. I offered her that one. She refused. She said she wants to go to holidays in Canada that I have to pay. I said, I can't pay. I don't have money. Okay. We started beating price. I said, okay, let me give you 2,500. He said, no, I must pay complete. That if I don't have, I should go and borrow. But I said, but I just completed a project at home. But this money, I don't give it to any girl. It is you that I give it to. You are aware of it. He said, I should go and borrow. I said, but it's not healthy. Why should I go and borrow for you to go to holiday? At least I can borrow 1,015 for a place in Europe. She refused. You understand? She refused. She
Mm-hmm.
stayed and she would go to Canada. So I thought about it. I said, okay, no problem. If you want to go to Canada, no problem. But later she gave me money. She brought her money, around 3,000 something. She gave me to go and pay in to book the ticket for her
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the Canada and the kids. So I did that. So
Okay, so let me pause you here. Somebody is asking, I pinned it a while because I didn't want to cut in. I wanted you to finish that story about arranging to go to Canada. Um, Annie is asking, Mr. Paul, I know you work hard and she doesn't want, but I know you work hard and she doesn't work, but she has 4 children. When you are home, do you assist with any form of house chores?
please come again. Come again. The voice was
So
jumping.
So somebody is asking, she has 4 children. She doesn't work, but she has 4 young children, all under
Yes.
12. And you work full time. But when you are home, do you help with the housework, house chores, like cleaning, laundry, taking
Okay.
care of the
Yeah, that's
children's
the head.
room?
Sorry. You remind me now. That was one point she picked out that I don't help her.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do not so much. What I do since she came to Germany, I clean the kitchen, I clean the bathroom because at the staircase it's a 3-story building, so we share it. I do that. She's never done that since in Germany here.
How
Yeah,
about
so I
cooking?
do
Do you help with cooking?
cooking. She cooks. She cooks. I don't cook, but sometimes I cook, but not always. She cooks, but I clean the toilet, the
Mm,
bathroom,
mm.
the kitchen, and the staircase. I do that. So she told me about that. She complained about it. Sometimes she said I should help her to spread the cloth. I kicked against those walls. I now realize it was I would have helped more. You understand? I would have done more than what I did. I agree in
Yeah.
that area. Yes, it
Mm,
was not easy with 4 kids.
yeah.
Yes.
And the lesson from that as well is that women, please, especially if you know that you don't have the capacity to look after, because looking after children is hard work. So please just have the number that you can manage. According to what Brother Paul is saying, now he didn't want 4 because he already had children from a previous relationship. But I'm sure she thought that, okay, this, because growing up as girls, we have, okay, I want to have 5, I want to have this, but the reality is different, especially if you live in diaspora. So when you start popping out children because this is your dream of having 4 children, just know, if the man is working full time and you are not working, you will provide 90% of the care in the home. Okay? I cannot really just begrudge. I know you should help more. The reason why I can't even be hard on Paul is the fact that, first of all, he always acknowledges what he does wrong. He has perception about it. He said, I should have done this. I should have done this. Number two, he's the only one that is going out there to work. He's paying all the bills. So whatever money she's getting is not from income. So it's a lot. So we need to be careful. Let's cut our cloth according to, let's sew our cloth according to the material that we, I don't know how to say it. Let's cut our coat according to our cloth. Because having too many children is wahala. It can make you depressed as a woman. Do you know what it means to be having pregnancy every 2 years or every other year? According to the story now, I think she had all the children within the first 5 years that she arrived Europe. 4 children. That's not a joke. So Canada, what happened with Canada, Mr. Paul?
So I later said, okay, you can go to Canada, no problem. We arranged. I arranged to go to Nigeria on the 16th. So on the 12th she left. I took them to the airport. Unfortunately, we missed the flight. So we have to come back again. She insisted she will go. So by then I'm already in Nigeria because I have to travel. But I've arranged the taxi that will take her there. So as I was in Nigeria, I wrote her, please, when you get to Canada, let me know. She
Mm-hmm.
called me. She called me. She said they didn't go again. I said, why? She said because of Corona, the Canadian government have
Government.
stopped incoming flights. Yes.
Mm.
So and all these things that is happening, Sister B, the decisions I take is just natural. I've never taken anyone. It just come like that,
Right.
natural. I've not, so then I was in Nigeria. I told her, you see, you are lucky. Leave this Canada you want to go. Leave it. It's not good for you. It's not good for us. It's not good for me. She said she still want to go. I said, okay, no problem. So, and since I told you, since we started this, no Kerewa, no kissing, no touching, nothing. So I was in Nigeria. So I will say it, I happened to go and test somewhere else. Yes, because for the past 6 months, nothing. I
Oh,
don't
you
have
went to
any,
test.
nothing.
You
Yes,
went to test
what to
somewhere
test.
else in Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So what happened
so
with that? Mm-hmm.
in this bit of testing,
Mm-hmm.
so I decided to
Mm-hmm.
video it.
Hey.
So that because I don't get why do I want to video it? Because I know she doesn't give me and she will not give me. So if I have it, if I come home, I'll be looking at it to satisfy myself. That is the main
Mm-hmm.
purpose
You
why
need
I decided.
memory. You wanted to
Yes,
keep some. You wanted
yes,
some reserved memory for future purposes.
yes. Because I know I will not get it now. Sister B. So
Oh
I know I
my
will not get. That's
gosh.
why. So
Yeah.
in a bid to do that, so I was trying to hide it in my phone. I never knew that this thing escaped in status, WhatsApp status. So her junior sister picked it up. Then his brother picked it up and wrote me immediately, say, Uncle, what am I seeing? So then another of my friend wrote me, say, please call me immediately. Then I did all those immediately. They told me I remove it immediately within 30 minutes.
Were
I
you in
remove it immediately.
Nigeria then
But it
when you
was
put this
already,
thing on your status? Were you already in Nigeria? You were still in
I'm in
Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes. Yes.
Okay. So
So,
in case you people missed that, Paul went to Nigeria to go and test. He went to have Kerewa with another woman in Nigeria. But you know that was wrong though. You know
yes.
that was wrong.
Yeah.
I cannot criticize him, honestly. I find it very hard. I don't know why. Because he's honest with, you know, assessing the situation the way it goes. And moreover, denying a man for that long is not right. That's why I cannot even just say, Paul, why did you do it? It's wrong, it's wrong, cheated on your wife. Because she's been denying him for a long time. This man has been burning. It is wrong to do that. So if you don't want him to step outside, you cannot be denying your husband for a long period like that. Even if you quarrel, kilo day. In fact, some traditional Christians will tell you that your body as a married woman does not belong to you; it belongs to your husband. I think it's somewhere in the Bible. I can't remember. So some of you that are Bible scholars should tell me that where it says that the man's body now belongs to the woman's body belongs to the man if you are married. So you cannot be denying it is wrong. That's why me I can't blame. Somebody said Paul was hungry. Paul was hungry. He went to Nigeria to test. And what you guys don't understand that he said he carried what somebody else, another lady in Nigeria. He videoed it to have documentary evidence for future purposes. But in an attempt to hide it in his phone, maybe he didn't know what he was doing. The enjoyment was too much. He posted it on WhatsApp status. He posted it on WhatsApp status. Then family and friends started seeing it. That was a calamity. Somebody has found the Bible verse. Pascal, God bless you. So, what happened when they now found that you've been busy in Nigeria?
So, Sister B, not only that one, like I told you before, this persistence of when I want Kerewa when we were living.
Mhm.
Not that she doesn't give me, she gives me, but I want more.
Uh-uh.
I want more. So
Okay,
she
you told me she
will.
was not giving you before. Now you are saying she's not giving you enough.
No, 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 enough. Yeah, that one was a mistake. Yeah, she gives, but not enough, or sort of. You understand? I told you that. Yes, true. But
What do you mean
it,
not enough? What do you mean by that? Like, is it
okay.
like you want 4 times a week or 3 times a week, or at once you want 3 times, or what do you mean? Explain it, please.
Yeah, sometimes I want it in the kitchen when she's cooking anyhow. Sometimes I want it somehow, something like
When
that.
you have 4 young children in the house, you want it in the kitchen. You know how
No,
young your
no,
children
no, not when the children are there. They are
are.
sleeping. Not that when are there. Not that when they are awake.
Okay. So you want
Yeah,
to freestyle. You want to do freaky freaky
yeah,
in the
something
kitchen.
like that. So she doesn't like it. So and and women love that. And so I don't know. Sorry, I'm not women. Sorry, please. I love that. So
You like freaky freaky
yes.
in the kitchen
So
and different places.
yeah, yes. It's that's the fun of it. Having somebody at
There's
home,
nothing
you
wrong
play.
in that. There's nothing wrong in
Mm.
that at all. No, nothing,
So
nothing wrong in that. Yeah.
not
But
not
she,
only okay,
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me allow you.
not only refusing me sex, because of persistent offense. Sometimes when I ask, she will refuse because she's a prayer type. Sometimes she's fasting. Sometimes I'm praying. Sometimes I'm fasting. So when I beg, 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 she will she will not give me. I will leave. My body will rise and go down. So I will go and stay me somewhere. Then later, when she finishes everything, she will come to me. She will tell me, "Oh, come and do." So because of this, my body system run down. So sometimes if I want to go and Kerewa, my NEPA will take light. You understand what I mean? So, so and is it
Fr- he said, sometimes I want to carry one. My NEPA will take light.
NEPA will take light.
I'm
So
so sorry, Paul. I don't know
she
how you came up with all this expression. I wanted to die with laughter today when he was saying those things. He said, "My NEPA will take light."
so Sister B, it's true. So with this persistence
I
of a
don't die.
thing.
Yeah,
So
Paul
and
go kill
and
me.
she and she used it to make a talk at home. She abused me. I can no more do my job. So that was
Yeah.
another thing why I had to try in Nigeria, and it worked.
Okay.
You
So you
understand?
wanted to test whether your instrument is still working, whether your cucumber is still working. So you wanted to test it since you've not
Exactly.
used it for some time.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
I
and
did.
it worked.
It
Mhm.
worked very, very well. So
How did that
I
make you
now
feel?
I now regained freedom of that is I became very confident
Like a
again
man.
because I was
Yes.
nearly gone.
Yeah.
I was nearly
No,
gone.
this is not funny. Oh. This is not funny at all, to be honest. There are some things that can kill
Hmm,
morale, especially for a man. An African man for that matter.
hmm.
You're now making his neighbor to seize light. This our sister, we're going to flog her bum bum. Making neighbor to seize light on a whole kike.
What me? So
You have to go and test it to be sure that the engine is not knocked yet. What kind of a
yes,
thing is that?
yes,
Chai!
you can
No,
imagine. So
it's not
maybe
acceptable. No, no, no,
maybe
no, no, no.
maybe there are people that experience the same thing. They don't want to talk. With talking, I am free, totally
Yes,
free.
yes.
So that is the reason why I did that. And
Hmm,
I'm not too proud to do it and put it there. I never wanted to
hmm,
put it there. But
hmm.
that is, I don't know how it came there, but it was good. She saw it. I don't like it, but she saw it. She knows now that I'm still
you,
kakaraka.
you are
I'm
you
still
are still
strong.
kakaraka. You
Yes,
are still you still dead here. You are still
yes,
a real man. Yeah.
exactly. So,
Okay.
so
I
when she
mean,
saw it, although I blamed her sister for sending it to her, but it has happened that way. It was a wrong
mhm.
thing for her to say that. So when she saw it, she saw somebody on top. I told her I didn't do anything. She was the girl that doing it because the girl was on top of me. So I did not do anything.
You
I
just
didn't do
relax, and
anything.
the girl was she was. Did you use protection?
Yes,
Oh, thank God for that.
yes,
Okay.
I did.
Thank God you are responsible like that. Okay. Thank
So
God. Okay. So
so
the sister sent it to her. She saw it.
she saw it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So then I came home. I came home. She knew. She asked me. I said yes. It was me. I never wanted to put it there. If you believe me, it was a mistake. I was hiding it so that you don't give me. I want to hide it so that if feel so I watch it and be a little bit satisfied, a little bit, not well, but a little bit. That's
You
what I
still
told
kept
her.
it even after they caught you. You still kept the
Yes,
video.
yes.
Hmm. Okay.
No, that is gone. No, I've removed it now. I mean that time.
Okay. All right.
And so when I came back,
Mm-hmm.
so she was. It was. I know it wasn't a good thing for her, but it wasn't my intention. That's what I told her. It's not. It's not good.
Somebody is asking, did you upload that thing on status by yourself? Did you knowingly
Yes.
do that?
I didn't know. I was trying to hide it. I didn't know. I didn't know. I did it. I was trying to put it somewhere in my phone because we have Google, what do you call it, photo and so on. All this, it will appear there immediately. We synchronized it so she can see it
Hmm.
from my hand. So that's why I was trying to hide it. So it was me trying to hide it, and I never knew it would come then.
Yeah.
So it was not a good thing, but it was a good thing the other way. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
This is how I can put it.
It revamped your esteem or your morale as a man, and your everything you feel as a man. Knowing that your weapon of what do you call it, that your machine, I don't know how to describe it now. You say it's your NEPA generator. How did you say it? Say it. Remind
Light
me.
now, light. If
Your
never take
light.
light,
Your
light.
NEPA take light. Knowing that your light is still on, that NEPA never take your light finish.
Yes,
It brought you back as a man. I see
yes,
how this could have affected you, both emotionally and mentally, because you will now begin to question your masculinity and the fact that maybe you are not a real man or a full man again, even after all the children when you born full everywhere. So
everywhere.
you went and tested. So what was the fallout of this testing?
So she saw it. So I came back. She asked me. I didn't hesitate to agree. I told her it's because you don't give me, and you don't give me, and you used to abuse me that my NEPA used to take light, and now you've seen it. Now it's there. It's there. So she was not free, but I started apologizing again. Understand? And I started apologizing again. She told me I should give her time. So there were some skirmishes, this that she instigated the kids against me.
Mm,
Even told them anything that I cook they should not eat. I said no problem. I can cook very well. I was a good boy when I was a kid. I used to stay around my mother. I know how to cook all the soup you can talk about, anything you can talk
mm,
about. So
mm-hmm.
I went to the kitchen. I cooked by myself. So when I asked the kids, are they going to eat? They say no. This thing continued. So I asked them one day, why don't you eat what I cook? They said Mama told them. I said, what? Mama told you that I will put poison for them.
Uh-uh. No, that's getting into dangerous territory now.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
But like I used to say, Sister B, is I keep quiet. I didn't say anything. That voice
These
came
are your
again.
kids. No,
Yes,
those are
that
your kids.
yes, that voice came again. Just cool down. If if human being is not seeing what you are trying to do, I am
Mm-hmm.
seeing you. Just don't fight, don't turn, and keep quiet. I keep cooking and eating, Keep cooking. So, but one day, I think something came up. I told her this is what she was surprised. So I told her, you told the kids, so yes. I said, okay, no problem. I keep cooking and eating by myself.
There's something that you've forgotten. Let me bring that back to your memory now. Can you hear me?
Yes,
So people are asking whether one mama cheated or not. And I remember you told me there was this incident about this particular young man in this same church that she goes to very frequently, almost on a daily basis. Tell us a little bit
good,
about that.
beautiful. So as she was going to this church, I never knew she had. I don't know whether it's a boyfriend also. They say they she bought a fridge, a second-hand fridge on the internet. So she asked me to go and get the fridge. I took my boy along with me. So when we get there, so my boy shouted, "Uncle, this!" Ah, ah. I said, "How did you know this guy?" He said, yes, in the church. Yeah, his uncle. I said, okay. So it was beside the guy. We bought the thing. The guy even helped me put the fridge in the car. So when I came home, I now asked my wife, who is that? Who is that uncle that you know? She was trying to deny. I said, but the child, my boy, our kid called them. He said, yeah, he's in the church. They pray together in the church. I said, what did you go and do to his house? Why did you go to his house? He said they went there to cook. I said, you went there to cook. You want to cook. You don't need to go to church. You to a young boy's house. You went to cook. I told her, are you sure there is nothing with you and this boy? She denied. She said, yeah, they are prayer warriors and they are together in the church. And this boy that I'm telling you, that time when this thing happened, the boy used to call. They used to laugh at me. But if I call, my wife will not pick my phone. If I write, she will not reply. But if that boy calls, she will pick the phone. They will be talking. Even I told me, even they will talk with my kids. So now I told my wife, this is your boyfriend. She denied it. So I said, this is your boyfriend. And because when I go to the church, everybody greets me in that church. But that boy does not greet me. I say, why? And my wife was trying to tell me, no, it's not possible. That is the caretaker of the children. I say, so is that why they should be calling him uncle? Do you know what it means? He's not of our uncle. So she denied it. So even when we go to church, my wife wouldn't even be afraid. She will, after the church, she will give that boy her camera to go and take pictures. I'm there. She will not tell me. She will give the boy to go and take pictures. So
She will be
when
giving
they
the
were
boy to
taking,
be taking a picture when you are there.
yes, so when they were taking the
Okay.
picture, when I came out, the boy was guilty of a crime because they didn't know I would come out that day. So I saw them. So the boy came to me to give me the picture to continue. I said, no, continue what you're doing. You understand? I don't know what gave me that man. I just mellowed down, Sister B. You understand? So
Yeah.
my friends were telling me, do that, go and fight in the pastor in the church, go and fight, go and quarrel. I said, no, why should I quarrel for somebody who don't, no matter how you quarrel, if a girl does not love you anymore, you can't do anything. So why should I
And
go
this
and
is
die?
a younger, the boy in the church is a younger man, more
Yes,
closer to her age.
yes,
So you are
exactly.
beginning to see that the age thing had an impact on how your relationship and your marriage, how everything played out. You're beginning to see it now.
Sister B, somehow, I would not say it's an age thing, but it might be. I will put it this way. You know, she was a virgin. Don't forget. We talked about it, yeah? You said you
Yeah,
listened
I
about it.
didn't agree with you. Anyway, let's
And he
have that
didn't agree with
discussion
you.
now. I didn't agree
Uh-huh.
with you because you kept saying that she was a virgin. You married her as a virgin, and people told you, including your family member, told you that virgins normally like to explore
Yes.
because it's only you they've been with. I said, no, it doesn't work like that. She's
So,
married. So many women, I don't want to overflog the issue of being virgin at marriage or not, because nobody ever says a man is a virgin. So, but when it's a woman, she's a virgin, she's a virgin. Are you a virgin? Okay, so you are a divorcee, and now you are marrying a 21-year-old virgin that you are 24 years older than. And that virgin thing is a big deal for you. Okay. I don't know. You knew
mhm.
she was a virgin before you married her, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you are saying that the reason why you think that that virgins normally go to explore. I said no. I don't think so. If you married as a virgin, that does not mean that it is now that you are in your husband's house that you now go and start doing the freaky freaky you didn't do before you married. But you told me that you researched and they say it is true. So we are going to throw it open to the audience. Is it true that when a woman marries as a virgin, that they normally go out to cheat? Because this is what Paul is saying, that the tendency is always there because they married as virgin. Me, I said, no, no, no. No, I don't think so. But Paul, your opinion is your opinion. So go ahead, my brother. Hello, Paul, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. We can hear you. Okay, I can't hear him again. No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead,
Somehow
Paul.
your voice was cracking. Can you hear me?
Yes, continue, continue. Let's summarize
Okay.
yours. You've done an hour and a half. Let's summarize your story now so that we can have callers come in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
I said let's summarize your story because you've done an hour and a half so that we can have people call in.
Okay. Okay. So, meanwhile, the Canada of 18, she had wanted to go, but the second time it didn't work. So she still wanted to go. The third time, she still wanted to go. So what happened is that on the way, our kids were taken away from us. That was the last thing that made her not to go to that place. That was on the 1st July. The government took our kids away from us here. So
Why?
we started running for that one. You
What
understand?
happened?
That's what I want to say. So all these
What?
things was not my
Why?
own made. It was just nature.
Why were
Are you
your
hearing
kids
me?
taken away? Why were the kids taken away,
Yes,
Paul?
our kids were taken away. Two,
Why? Why?
they 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 complained that we beat them. You
I
understand?
see. Okay.
So they ran took them. So like I used to hear many people say that thing. They stole my child, this and that. The thing happened to me, and I'm a witness.
Mm.
The thing they do, they told us that somehow they used to take the children wrongly, because if they come to your house, you won't agree. You will make theater. You will make problem with them. So that's why they take them. So like it's stealing them. So that, and it was for the goodness of the children. So when this thing happened, but these people, like I said, they are very good people. What we did, me and my wife came together immediately. We called them, we booked an appointment, we went there, they interviewed us, we asked them, they asked us. I told them, yes, I smack my children to teach them not to kill them, not every time. You understand?
Mm.
Later, after telling them this, they say, okay, for being honest, take your children back, but we have to take care. We have to be coming to watch them for so 2 or 3 months. We said okay. And after that, the whole thing has gone. They have given us our children back. Understand? Everything
Okay.
has settled down. We have taken our kids back because we cooperated with them. You don't need to start shouting in the media. You go and talk to them. If they ask you, tell them, yes, I beat my children. This is why. I didn't beat them to kill them. That's what I wrote to them. And they were very happy that I said the truth. They said most people don't say the truth. They deny it. I said, why should I deny? That's by the way. So that was the last one. So lastly, now, like I said, I told you before that we are trying to build up, and there's a big change. Understand? She is
Uh-oh. Paul has just jumped up. I think the internet has given up on him finally now. So I think try and connect if you can hear me, Paul. You still got the link. Just click on the link. In the people that are asking questions about whether she cheated or not, to the best of my knowledge, what Paul told me when we were talking earlier on was that okay, he's back.
hello.
Hello, Paul.
I was
Welcome
thrown
back.
out.
Yes, I know. I know. It's your connection, your internet. So I want to say that
Hello.
I mean, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I was yes, I was thrown out somehow, but I'm back.
So I said that you suspected that she cheated. She may have cheated with that church brother, but you don't have proof of that. Is that
I
correct?
don't have proof, yeah, but
Yeah.
the way they talk, and there's no proof, but the way they talk, you can imagine. They discuss like husband and wife. I hear it, and when I call, when I come to the church, he does not greet me, but other people greet me. That's a reason. That is already an evidence. But I didn't catch her red-handed. All these things.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's by the way.
So finally now, why are you sharing this story and what I mean, I've already said what you want to achieve by sharing the story, but just summarize in 5 minutes so that we can take calls.
All right. Thank you very much. I just share this story because there may be many men out there that doesn't want to talk. Many men that are in my shoes, I will encourage them to talk, because if you don't talk, it will remain with you and it will be killing you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk. Because let me tell you, Sister B, what helped me while all this thing was happening, I did cry, and that cry helped me a lot as I'm sitting here.
Yeah,
After crying,
yeah.
after
And
crying,
you
I
kept saying
became
that you love your wife, you love your
yes.
wife. That's
I
what you
know.
kept telling me. I
Till
love my
tomorrow,
wife.
till
Mm,
tomorrow. If she now comes back and hold me till tomorrow, so we are trying to build back. We are still together. All this is happening. We are together. Everyone has cooled down, but I can see a change in her. She's told me little time she will be back by herself.
Since
So
since since that incident of the Nigeria incident where you cheated, has she agreed to Kerewa to Kerewa?
till tomorrow, Sister B, no way. Till tomorrow,
And
and
he said
I'm planning to go to Nigeria in
he
January.
said he said I'm planning to go to Nigeria. I say, Paul, you can't do it again. Don't your
You,
marriage will
you
not
can
withstand
imagine.
another cheating. It won't. It
So
won't. It's not going to
till
stand
now,
another one. Mm.
till now, no Kerewa, I'm still begging, begging. I'm still there. I told her I'm there for you. If you don't want me again, you tell me, no problem. I
Mm,
can still put myself together. But I
mm.
still love her. That's what I'm there. So we are trying to make it. I
You are
believe it
just
will work
living
because
together.
yes,
So how is your relationship? Is she cooking for you like you used to? Do you interact? Do you talk? Do you sleep on the same bed, obviously, but no Kerewa? But I mean,
no,
is there tension in the house?
we don't sleep in. There's no tension. We don't sleep in the same bed. She doesn't cook for me. I cook when I go to work. I come back because now she has started her. She wants to be a nurse. She started it, so she doesn't even have more time anymore. She will go to school and from there go to church and come back. She just came back now. I saw her. In
What is
fact,
it with this church?
she
What
came
is it
and
with
greet
this
me.
church?
That is the problem that
Why is this
happened.
woman so obsessed with this church, Tori alone? Was
No,
she
that is
going
the
to
thing.
church like this before you married her?
Yes, I didn't know. Yeah,
Ah,
their people are what do you call it? Olumbo, not this Cherubim and Cherubim is from that area.
I see. So she goes
Yes,
to Cherubim and Cherubim.
yes, yes, they have that blood.
I
The
see.
brother of the father's brother was the Cherubim and Cherubim, and they have church in Nigeria.
What about the pastor? Can he not help since she's so close to him and she sees him as a father figure? Can he not help to counsel her so that he can talk some sense? Because it seems like the only people she will listen to are the church people.
Yes, you are right. I've told you that I don't do that. So, but I'm in good terms with the pastor. I've told the pastor that
Mm,
I will not do that. But I will tell you now, the pastor is trying his best to put us together. You understand?
mm,
Yeah, he's
mm,
trying. I can see. Yeah, I see he's trying because I've told him I will not come and complain to you about my. No, I will not. But he is
mm.
trying. Yeah, he's trying his best.
Okay.
So yeah,
I think she's checked out of the marriage emotionally. I
yeah,
don't know
correct.
why she checked out because everything you've told us, apart from the cheating, I don't think there's anything major that's happened in the marriage that will make her to feel this way. But there's something on the line that
Yeah.
maybe marriage counseling can unravel and bring out the issue. Will agree to go. Now you say she started school. She hasn't
Yes.
said that she's going to leave, but you are just it's
No, no,
just a
no.
cold. Has she said
No,
it?
she didn't say that. No, I'm the one that was trying by my. I wanted to go out and live somewhere by myself, so that she would be alone and do whatever she wants to do. She told me no, she doesn't want that one. So I said, okay. You understand? I was the one who wanted to leave the house. You
Mm,
understand? But she said no.
mm.
I said, okay, let me stay. That's
Thank you
that's
very
that's how it
much.
is. Yeah.
Thank you for being so brave. I mean, to come and share your vulnerability with us. And I like you for a reason. You understand that, you heal from sharing your pain. You understand that. And that's why you've been, you come forward, you say it, and you acknowledge your mistakes. But you are willing to forgive and you are offering, asking for forgiveness as well because you say, as you keep saying, I love my wife, I want to make it work. How can we help Paul to mend this thing? That is what we are looking at. How can we help? She lives in Germany. I'm going to speak to you later to find out that the city that you live in Germany. Somebody can reach her. Definitely somebody can reach her. Somebody needs to talk some sense into her. She's got a good man. I will say that. You've made your mistake. You are not perfect. But I don't see anything that, is happening in this marriage that makes it irreparable. Okay? She doesn't know what she's got now. She thinks you are the worst. But trust me, there are so many, many, many mango packs out there. Oh, Paul is not a mango pack. I can tell you that. because I've seen Mungu back. Okay? I don't care what some of you are writing in the comment section. I'm looking at some of you and blocking you since. If you don't have anything encouraging to say, don't even click on it. Don't come into the show. Okay? Because when women come here, we encourage them, we talk to them, we give them emotional support. Let's do the same. He's not perfect. He's made a mistake. She's not perfect as well. She has her own fault. Can't you see the story now? Although we're hearing it from one person, but remember, the women that come here too is only one person that is coming here. Oh. We don't say, go and bring your husband to narrate. Oh. So we cannot do that now because he's a man to say, oh, I wish we hear from her. I wish we hear from her. Do we hear from the men, from the other ladies that come? No. He needs help. And that is what we're going to do. We are solution focused on this platform and the solution that we're looking for. Thank you so much, my brother.
You're welcome. Can I
Yeah.
sign off now? Let me go and get,
Yes, you
because
can
I'm going to
sign off
bed.
and listen. Yes, you can sign off and listen. Yes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Have a good evening. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye. 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 One mommy. So my link is in the comment section. Come into the studio. Let us talk about. There are so many issues here. Some of you have identified them. The age gap. So many things. 24 years age gap between Paul and one mommy. Paul wants his marriage. He loves his wife. What can he do? How can we support him? I've got Omoye's corner, and I'm just gonna go straight to her.
Hey, Sister B, what's up? I've
I've
missed
missed
you.
you. I've
I
missed you
have
more. I was
missed
going to call you
you.
and say, Amoye, where are you?
Oh my God, I've been very busy, but I said when
Oh,
I saw your that you had a live today, I was like, I have to get in. I was multitasking, so I couldn't really engage in the chat session.
that's
But
fine.
it's so good to have you back.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank
Yeah.
you.
So we finally
So
have our brother today.
I
Hooray!
know. Hooray to that. Congratulations. And thank you so much, Brother Paul, for coming to share your story with us. I'll be very honest. I was very biased when he said the lady he got married to was 21.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I thought about the age gap, man, because at that age, I can imagine, the person, the girl is still a child. She's still developing. She doesn't even know what she wants for her life. She does
Mm-hmm.
not understand what life is all about. She didn't even get to finish school,
Yeah.
and really engage with her,
She dropped out
peers.
at 200 levels.
At
Mm-hmm.
200, that was just she's just too young. The mental capability, all of that. But taking the patience to listen to his side of the story, I have to say, Mr. Paul, you're a very good man. Thank you for being a very honest and very, you just say it with your heart. And that's what I,
Self-aware. Yeah, he's self-aware. He has self-awareness.
self-awareness, yes, and
Mm.
he acknowledges his mistakes. That's a huge deal breaker for a lot of women. The fact that he's able to do that, and not letting his pride or his ego get in the place of him expressing himself. Kudos to you, Mr. Paul. But what I would say is, what I would encourage you is that you need to have a lot of patience with her. She's still very young. What I think is that you have to give her room, to grow and mature into her own. If you claim that, since you say you still love her, and I can tell you still do, at the end of the day, first of all, you need to go for therapy. I would encourage you and your wife to go for therapy, because it will unravel a lot of issues that are deep seated that
Mm-hmm.
you're not even aware of. At the end of
Yeah,
the therapy session, you might not even want to continue with her, but that's left to be said. But if you really want, because only one person cannot want the marriage more than the other. Only one
absolutely.
person cannot. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot carry the relationship by yourself. Already you've suffered so much, in regards to the other room issues and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you cannot continue. Clearly, you cannot continue to suffer like that because you stepped out one time. So you might step out again because she might continue to deprive you. So those are
Yes.
things that you might want to consider. Give it a try, but you have to give her room to really grow. And you have to, you're like a father figure now, to be honest. Just treat her like you would your child, but in your mind you know she's your wife. But I think that in that regards, because sometimes women, we love, the emotional aspect of us. When we see that someone has been good over time, hopefully it, she realizes it and appreciates you for all the efforts that you have put into it, and she will come back and be willing to work the marriage out with you. But we don't know that. So what I would ask you to do is to encourage you to continue to open your heart and continue to love her. You're
Mm-hmm.
giving her the love is going to come back to you, whether she's the one who chooses to stay, or you choose to go your separate ways. You're going to get that love back. So do it without discrimination. The way
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing it, just continue to do that, because she's still young. She's still trying to get herself. And then let her go through school, support her however way, support her without any conditions. Do
Yeah.
it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you're trying to get something from her, like, oh, maybe if I do this, she's going to give me something in the other room. Maybe. No, just do it like, you know what? I love her unconditionally. I'm going to do it regardless, because that way you're getting your peace and you will get your love back. How you're going to get it, you don't know, but I would encourage you to do that. I was biased initially, but hearing your story, I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your kindness and the fact
Mm.
that you're able to own up to your truth. And, also admit that you married a child. Recognize
Mm-hmm.
that. I think that's very important for you to understand that you
Mm.
married a child. It's a different thing. I mean, we can deal with her differently as a woman, but she still doesn't even quite understand a lot of things. And again,
Mm.
you can't impose your appetites on her in the other room. I mean, Kerewa stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
can't. Like you said, she hadn't been with a man before you met her. And now that you met her, you can't just expect that she's going to, her appetite will grow to the type of appetite that you have. You've been there before. You have experienced being with a woman before. You know what you want. You know what you don't. She doesn't even have that. She doesn't
Yeah.
even know what she likes yet. She's still in
Mm.
her mind, she's still exploring. So you need to have a lot of patience. You can't, what's it called, antagonize her. It's not going to work. She's a child and she's going to act like one
She's a
until
woman now.
she's
She's
a
a woman
woman
now.
now,
She was a
but
child. She's now a woman.
she's not a woman, but
Yeah.
mentally though, she's not still not matured enough. She's
Mm.
still
She's
not
got four
matured enough.
children. She better mature quickly. She's got
Yeah,
four children.
right, but she will get there. But here's the thing, though, Sister B. Now, this is
Mm.
why, some people will have children and they're not connected to those children. It's scenarios
Yes.
like this. It's
Yes.
scenarios like this. So it's like children
Mm.
having children. So,
Yeah.
yes, I understand that she has kids. Society considers her as a woman, but does she consider herself, does she see herself like that? That's what
Yeah.
we're not understanding.
But we can
So,
say that Paul should be
mm,
patient, but how long is he going to remain without having relations with his wife? Let's be honest.
yeah,
How
so
long?
that's why I said he should he needs to they need to decide when they're going to start therapy and start working towards it. And he has
Mm.
to determine on his own how long he is willing to put up with it. It's up to
Yeah.
him. He can walk
Mm.
away today if he chooses to. But from what
Mm.
he just said, it looks like he's not ready to walk away just yet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
let him put everything that he's got into it, because when you love unconditionally and you love without expecting anything in return, there comes a time that you will totally set yourself free and you
Mm.
recognize that, okay, I can't do this anymore, I have done. And then
Okay.
once you turn your back, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Amma. Yes, Kana, for your
Oh my
contribution.
god.
Yeah. Love and appreciate you, sweetheart. Annie is next. Yee! Annie with the tiny voice.
Auntie B,
Hello, sweetheart. How are
good
you?
evening.
Good evening, my baby girl. How are
Love you,
you?
Auntie.
I've been
Well
seeing your
done.
comments in the comment section. Initially, you are
Yes.
not feeling Paul. Later, you now start understanding. I think all of us got there. I
Exactly.
understood from the beginning because I heard the story before.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't before because I was, sometimes when the story starts, you are listening with a general antenna
Yes.
because of what you think you already know. Then when you now
Mm.
calm down, you now understand where the person is coming from.
Yeah.
Um, Mr. Paul, Ndo, mm, the Lord, thank you for coming to share your story with us. Thank you for believing in us to share with us. I pray that the Lord will help you. Speaking of
Amen.
your wife, speaking of your wife, it could be many things. It might not be really age because Auntie B is not maturity is not by age. Some people can be 40 and they're not matured. Some
Mm.
people can be 50 and they're not matured. So whenever you mature, you mature. You can be 10 and you are matured. So it's not the age. I have
Age
seen
is a
ladies that
factor.
prefer older
Age is a
men.
factor in maturity. Not all the
Ah,
time, but it is a factor.
okay,
We
yes,
cannot,
not all the time.
yeah,
Most of the
yeah.
time, yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time it is. Eh. So who knows? I don't know what her background was as well, because some of her behavior might also be from, like he said, as her church, her belief system.
Mm-hmm.
Her belief system can affect how she sees life, how she sees marriage, how she sees a man. She probably has some expectations that Mr. Paul is not meeting, and Mr. Paul has expectation that she too, she's expecting, she is not meeting. So what I can say is, if they can just both have a sincere heart to heart talk first before they start a therapy, and ask themselves sincerely, do we want this marriage to work?
Hmm.
They should both acknowledge that it's not been working. It's not by having children that makes a marriage work.
Hmm.
Do we do ourselves as husband and wife, the companionship that we seek for, are we
Hmm.
meeting each other's needs? Then if they come to acknowledge that the answer is no, then both of them will agree if they want to go seek for help. And then
Mm-hmm.
when they seek for help, they should both be open to receive the help, because some people can go for therapy and TB and they will not
Hmm.
receive what therapy is telling them to do.
Do you
They
know
will
what I'm
just go through the
thinking?
process.
Annie, as you are
Ma'am,
talking, do you know what just occurred to me? What I'm thinking is trial separation. I think this woman needs to understand that she's got a good man and she will not as long as they are together.
exactly, Auntie B.
But
I don't
trial
want to go
separation
there.
will open our eyes to know that there are so many Mongo packs out there. So if you have a
Heh,
good man,
eh,
then don't think that he's going to be waiting around forever while you continue with your nonsense. Issues haven't happened in marriage. No marriage is perfect. You deal with
no,
them and you move on. That is marriage.
exactly.
It doesn't mean that because one issue happened now, that is what you will hang on to forever, and you begin
Forever,
to
exactly.
and you now begin to deprive your husband. You don't want him to touch you. You don't want him to kiss you. You don't want to be to the extent that you start telling the children that they shouldn't eat daddy's food. What's that? So I'm thinking child separation will teach her to know that Ishebi is that Germany with all those plenty Mongo parks that are looking for women that will be feeding them and clothing them. She will know that kaki not be normal. You see what I'm
Kaki not
saying?
be leather.
Kaki no be leather, she go know,
Kaki
because
not be
if there's a
leather.
child separation, that her head go complete that time to know say, let me better go. Now she said go come apologize to the man saying, I didn't know I have a good thing. Because sometimes, let me tell you something, Annie. If we have a good thing, you don't know until you lose it.
Yeah,
Or when you think you're
that's
about to
true.
lose it, that's when your head will now be correct. But, no. 4 children, any man that is coming, is it not all these obodooyinbo men that some of
They're
them will
not ready
say,
for wahala. Oh.
you have
In
four
fact, Auntie,
children,
it's not
they
even
will
Obodo
just come and
Igbo
be
men.
playing
Men
with
of
you.
this generation, they don't
Hmm.
have they don't even have time for. They just want one soft place to land. Then they will not see you with 4 children, and they what? Except she will leave the children with him. But Auntie B, you know what? Now that we are saying why I didn't suggest that they should separate, because of the kind of man that I see that Mr. Paul is. He wouldn't want that.
He doesn't want that, but
That's
if that is what he needs to get his marriage back, then I think he might consider it, because remember he already discussed it with the wife, but she doesn't want him. And a lot of people in the comment section, my eye is on the comment section, and a lot of people are saying that she started going to nursing school now. By the time she gains her financial freedom, she finishes. She doesn't want him to leave. What if Paul hangs around the house and she finishes school? Now she gets a job, she's earning her income, and she says, I'm not doing again. This is 3 years down the line.
Until that is another story. She could do that, but she might also decide to stay there. Until I know a lady that is treating a man the same way this lady is treating Mr. Paul. But she doesn't want the divorce. And the same man, that the husband, doesn't also want divorce. So
it's not healthy. This is not a healthy marriage. It's not a healthy marriage.
It's
just
not,
because you live together doesn't make you.
As far as I'm concerned, there is even no marriage there.
And Paul is saying he's going to Nigeria again. Now, did you hear that, Annie?
So go and do Kerewa. Don't do that.
He's going to go and test again. And can you blame him for going to test?
No, I'm
you
not.
Cannot blame him.
I feel for him, Auntie B, when he said he went to go and test. You know, there is something I learned this early. One, a counselor that told me, when a man or a woman resents you, their body will not move towards you. If their body not go raise, and even when they come, because their body is cold towards you, your own feel die towards them too.
And it does something to a man.
And that is what she did. She's trying to blackmail him psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, torture him left, right, and center. And that is why he went out to go and cheat. And he's happy. He gained his confidence. Am I supporting cheating? No. But for this man to gain his confidence, Auntie, sorry, in that regard, I'm not against what he did. But Mr. Paul, I know you are trying your best to keep your marriage. You kept emphasizing you love your wife and your wife love you. I don't know what you people call love, but my interpretation of love is not the way the man is treating you. So a woman that is treating you like that, Mr. Paul, she doesn't love you. She never loved you. Even if they talk, say she not get sense, man, speak pidgin. If they talk, say she's emotionally, she not get sense, she come up for school. As you old person, the sense not like she could respect you, Papa.
See, Annie, if woman no get sense before, I don't care whether you be 15 years old. Once you don't drop 4 children, you go get sense by force.
Exactly.
Because now you are not only responsible for yourself, you are responsible for those children as well. So you need to grow up quickly. Okay, you go grow up very fast. There's no room for all this baby behavior where they go they beg you every day. They beg you. You will get luck. Say you get man. Some African men will never apologize, no matter what they do.
Apologize, fire. And see that question when I asked whether they help for the house, it's not because I was faulting him. I just wanted people to be seeing that what he's doing. It's not that I was faulting him if he was helping or not. It's because I wanted the whole world to see that even as this man they work, and Sister Chu say that from his salary, he go take they pay tithe for church. Oh Jesus! From the work when the husband work and to be now he go take they pay tithe for church, or maybe the money where government they give them children. Now go take they pay tithes. I don't understand that. Well, I pray for you, Mr. Paul, that God will give you, make your eye go clear. God will give you direction. What do you want to do? No verse. Maybe because your first marriage not work. Maybe you are scared.
You're trying to hold on to this one.
That maybe this one is not working now. You are trying all you can to save it. But if it ends like that for you to be sane and normal and whole like the man that God made you to be, don't beat yourself up about it. Sometimes this life, not everybody get luck for relationship matter, and you can't kill yourself over it.
Yes, sir.
And so life be.
Thank you very much, my darling. I love you too, sweetie. Have a good evening, darling. Okay, there are so many people trying to come into the studio, so we're going to do it and we've already spent time because Paul, if I narrate the story, I'm faster, but he was taking time, so we need to be quick because I'm trying to be disciplined with time. So I'm giving each person, just get straight to the point, please. Just tell us where you are calling from, 3 minutes, and then I go to the next person. Millicent, you are next.
Good afternoon, Auntie B.
Good afternoon, my sister.
Okay, Mr. Paul, I just want to advise you. I was married to a man who is older than me, my husband. I can see this in 2 ways because probably she was very young But what is Auntie B saying? After you have children, you should have a wake-up call. I was young when I married my husband. We are like 13 years apart, not too big like you. But there is little bit of that age thing, but I loved him. What I'm seeing here, she probably thinking that she rushed to accept you because she was back home. All she wanted was get married, come to America. I might be wrong. And then maybe when she arrived there, she find out that really, do I really love him? He starts seeing other younger men. Things can be plain here. For me, I think you should sit her down. Ask her, do you really love me for who I am? Not because I brought you to America. Not because I went. Do you really love me? Let's say for God be, we didn't have no children. Between me and you, do you really love me? And listen to what she's going to respond to you.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of things is playing here that we all don't know. I think you should get that conversation with her before you guys even head out to therapy. Therapy is good, like what Auntie B is saying, because it's a neutral person. That would be my advice to you, Mr. Paul. You are a good man, and I pray this work for you. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sis. Have a good evening. Yeah.
You too.
Bye-bye. These are the kind of callers that I like. They go straight in to the point. Olu, you are next. Unmute yourself, please, Olu.
Auntie V, good evening.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for the opportunity given to me.
You're
I just
welcome.
want to encourage some of our guys and men. That this thing I always advise people when they want to select, mostly those people that have married before. There are some age gap that is a little bit tricky. When a guy is between 19 and 25, the first thing I always think about, after 10 years, will that guy still want to be in that marriage? Because if someone marries somebody that is the age of 31 to 33, after 10 years, you'll be 40 something. But the one of 19, 20 something, she'll be 30 something. And if the age gap is too much between you and the man, maybe the man, after 10 years, the man will be 50 something or 60. That one can give the girl some kind of thinking, okay, why will I be with this man, this and that? That one is another point. And the other point, maybe when the girl now got to the Western world, she started seeing things differently, like the last woman said. She started seeing things differently, nobody knows. The only advice I can give to Mr. Paul, you should try and understand the lady, the wife, because every woman are different from each other. If a man understand the one she married, she can be able to interact, at least know who she is. Maybe Mr. Pass not really know who she is. That's only little thing I wanted to say, because women are different. When they want to know the woman, okay, this is who she is, she will know how to take her down, even when she's angry. That's just my little point.
Thank you very much, Olu, for your contribution. Help us to say hello to Bubu France. Eshegon. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, we're moving on quickly because of time. Thank you, callers, my Obodo fan, for keeping it sweet and short. I love it. Ninja girl, you're next.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
How are you? I'm calling from Austin, Texas.
You're welcome.
Mr. Paul, I just want to encourage you and also let you know that, you married this girl at the age of 21. And me, as a woman, every stage in my life, like every decade, I'm not the same person I was, 10 years before. So maybe, like all the other colors I said, she's actually, gotten to the stage where she's like thinking, should I really have married this man? Is this a person? Because now she's in Germany. She's seen other things, other opportunities that she would not have seen when she was in Nigeria. So excuse me, you guys. Sorry, my babies. I'm waiting in the car line for my oldest son.
Okay.
But, so she's seen all the opportunities, like, they mentioned that she's going to nursing school. I really strongly believe that after nursing school, she's going to Japa, like she's going to leave, you know.
You know,
And I
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she's going to leave, and I just hope, I'm praying that, you know, Mr. Paul will like start to prepare his mind, like this is something that could possibly happen. I'm not
Mm,
saying it will happen, but it's something that could possibly happen, and I know that he really loves her, you know. And like that old saying goes, if you love something, you let it go. So she can go out there and experience all those Mongo parks, those bombers niggas over there. Then she will know that she will be able to value and understand the real men that she had before. And
mm,
hopefully it will not be too late for Mr. Paul or for
mm.
her to go back to Mr. Paul.
All
That
right.
is just my point. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Thank you,
Bye.
my dear. Yeah. Thanks for your contribution, Ninja girl. Say hello to your crying children in the car or your crying child. I hope Paul is listening to all this advice. I'm glad that women who are calling in can see his heart. Sometimes is you just need to have a look at someone's heart, okay? Even though they make mistakes, because all of you, including those of you who are so judgmental in the comment section, you are not perfect. So look at his heart. His heart is in a good place. Okay, he's made mistakes, but he acknowledges it. So yeah, I'm thinking trial separation, but yeah, people are saying counseling. Yeah, okay, we got you, Aji, my darling.
Yeah, good evening, Bridgie.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling from Germany as always.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, we know.
you know that there's a saying that says that you never value what you have until you lose it.
Mm-hmm,
For me, Mr. Paul he ticks all the positive dots for me because it takes a man with courage to admit his wrong.
mm-hmm,
He's always pleasing this woman. Even when he's going out of his boundaries to do that, he's still pleasing this woman. My advice for him is that he should prepare for the eventuality of what will happen in the end. Maybe
mm-hmm,
she will stay, maybe she will not stay. He should get his mind ready for that.
mm-hmm,
I also believe that before he's come to discuss with us, they must have had this discussion before he's
mm-hmm.
coming. So this is
Yeah.
not the first, this is not, but for people are saying that they should go for therapy and this, that. I think he has had this discussion with her before and she's not listening. That's why he's with us, you know. So he should prepare his mind because he's telling us what is in his mind, but we don't know what is in her mind now.
Yeah.
She's going to school now. We don't know whether after school she will leave him or she wants to stay, because I don't blame him at all for him going to cheat outside
Mm-hmm,
because she forced him to do that.
mm-hmm,
If she's a woman that pleases her husband, the way he loves her, he will not do that.
mm-hmm,
So please, women, I'm saying this to all women, please, let's hold our husbands in respect and love and try to please them as much as they are pleasing us, because sex in a marriage is really, really vital. It's a connection that binds two couples together in
mm-hmm,
love. If
mm-hmm,
you're depriving your man outside and he goes outside to cheat, and then tomorrow he falls in love with the woman he's cheating with now, then we'll say side chicks
mm-hmm.
are taking our men away from us.
Yeah.
But we are forgetting that we are the ones depriving these men and pushing them outside to do the things they do. You know, so Mr. Paul, I mean, I've been waiting for this your discussion for weeks now. From the
You
first time
remember
you came,
him. You
I
remember
remember
him
him.
when he
I've
said,
been
"Who
waiting.
am I me?"
Yeah,
That all of us were
yeah. Who
laughing
am
and
I?
laughing and
I've been
laughing.
waiting for him, and now that I've
Yes.
heard everything he has to say, I find no fault in him. Believe me, sisters B, I know that the woman hasn't come out to say her own, but I find no fault in him because it's really, really hard for a man to go outside to work and he's the sole provider, and then you expect him to come home and come again and be begging you and be fighting with you. I mean, trying to please you. I mean, please, this woman should give him some slack. He's trying his
Mm,
best.
mm.
All he's asking you is to be kind to him, to love him the way he loves you, and to
Mhm,
communicate with him. What is so difficult in that? If the woman opens her heart to him, you know, I think that all these problems with 4 children and washing plate and doing this will not be an issue. Because once a man is satisfied, the thing that men want for themselves in a relationship is food for their stomach and quality sex. If you can give them that, believe me, you can take
It's Kerewa, we call it here, Angie. Make
Kerewa.
YouTube
Sorry,
to be on my
Kerewa.
case.
If you can do that, if you can take care of a man like the baby he is, there is nothing you will ask of that man. He will come home, he will be happy to help you. You know, he will have a reason to come home to be with you. But if you're fighting him, you're looking for every excuse to fight him, he is not at peace with himself. He will not be happy. Even the
Let me
small one is,
You are from Germany, Angie. Let me ask you this.
yes.
Do you think that, being in Germany now and knowing how the culture is there in terms of what people are always saying stereotypically about Black women there wanting to be single mothers because they get more from the government, do you think this might be playing out here in
Yes,
this scenario?
I am thinking that I'm thinking along that line, but I don't want to say it to him because that is what is really happening. She's showing classic sign of that. She is.
Okay.
She's showing all the classic sign of wanting to go out of that relationship to be a single mother so she can, the government can assist and all that. And also, she's also going to school. So she's already preparing her mind. She's already emotionally out of this marriage.
Yeah.
From all the traits I'm seeing, from all the signs, all the things he has been saying, she's already out of this marriage emotionally. She's just waiting to be physically out of it. Because as far as I'm concerned, they are just living like flatmates in that house.
No,
Really.
they are not living like flatmates. They are living like enemies because it's toxic
Yeah.
for the children. What is going on in the house?
How can she tell her own children that the father of her children want to poison them?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Flatmates don't live like that. Flatmates have respect for one another and they don't behave like that. No.
Mr. Paul, you're really a good man. I commend you. I don't blame you for going out to do what you're doing because this woman pushed you. Because I know for a sure that all these things you have said now, you have owned up to your mistakes. And I know that you did that because of what she made you to do. So please just put your mind for the eventuality that if this woman decides to say that she doesn't want this marriage again, you move on with your life. Okay?
Thank you very much,
just
Angie.
move on with your life. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your contribution. Have a good evening, sis. Moving on quickly. We've done 2 hours. I'm only going to go 30 minutes more and we are out. Lady Purity, you are next.
Hello, everyone.
You're welcome,
Good evening,
Sweetie.
Sister
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah.
And what do you have to say?
From Germany, exactly.
Okay, good. 3 minutes.
Yeah, happy to
Go.
be with you once.
Thank you, my darling.
Please, this topic, I so much big interest about it. Yeah. But first, I needed to ask question to Mr. Paul. Please, Mr. Paul, I want to ask, this Kerewa you said of a thing, because you first said that she is not giving you, but along the line, you said that she is giving you once in a while. But my question there is this, because when you are a married man or you are a family man, you shouldn't think of having it the way you are having it before.
Why
you
not?
Say that you want it in the kitchen, you want
What's
it
wrong with
everywhere,
that?
but remember, there is children there.
You said it's not when the children are asleep and when they are up. What's wrong with having it the way you are having it before the children? What's wrong with that?
Yes, when the children are there, you cannot have it then. You cannot. Maybe
when the
you're in the
children are
kitchen.
sleeping, when they are sleeping.
Okay, I rest my case there because she said that finally she will still come back to him, but then he is already he's not there again.
Yeah.
The NEPA have taken like okay.
Why does he have to beg for it? He shouldn't beg for it. That's his wife.
Auntie B, I'm talking from my own experience.
But this is not your situation, though.
No, it's not my situation. But I wanted to ask that question to be clear because we are judging from one angle. But nevertheless, the lady did it fine. If
we're not judging. We're not judging. Nobody's judging. We're having a discussion. And this is what we do when women come here. So this is not a judgment. This is just a conversation. All right. You asked a question. You asked a question. Okay. Sorry. You said that if you are married, that you cannot be having Kerewa the same way you were having it before marriage. And I said, why? You said because of the children.
No, what I mean, the way he said it, he said he wants it in the kitchen and everywhere.
Yes.
But it cannot be like that if the children, but you have already answered me there, the children were sleeping.
Yes, that's what he said.
So for the fact of saying that I don't know, but I needed to ask, was this plan, the marriage, was it arranged or discussed? How many children are we going to have? Because she said it's the lady that needed the children more.
They
that
married
they
3 days
brought
after
forth.
they met. They didn't have time to discuss anything. It's 3
Oh.
days after they met that Paul married her. Maybe you didn't catch the story from the beginning. You probably need to
No,
watch it from the
I
beginning.
caught it from the middle, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you watch it from the beginning, then you understand they didn't have time to date. 3 days,
Okay.
he married her.
May I ask another question?
Last one, please.
Was avoiding Mr. Paul, the girl, the lady avoiding Mr. Paul because she didn't want to get another pregnancy? Was she having a family planning? That is another question.
Well, if you don't want to have more children, family planning is available. Why not have it? Or he could use
No, Auntie B,
protection.
you said here, and the quotation was there, that once a man is married, the body belongs to the woman.
Yes. It's not
And
me that
once the
said it.
woman
It's
is
the Bible
married,
that said it. Yeah.
yes, and it's there.
Yes.
So what comes up if the lady wants to have a family planning and the man said, no, I don't need it?
Well, I don't think he should. I don't think he should. First of all, if you've discussed it and you already have children and you say, I don't want children anymore, and you discuss it with your husband and he say, no, go ahead and have your family planning. Because it's your body. You are the one that carries the pregnancy. I'm not talking about Kerewa now. We are talking about pregnancy. So it's a different conversation. What we are talking
because
about
the
is Kerewa.
brings the pregnancy. I am thinking
No.
avoiding the Kerewa might result to, avoiding pregnancy might result to, I don't want to do the Kerewa.
Kerewa, pregnancy is not, he didn't say it's because of pregnancy. You can control whether you're going to have children or not. He never said that it's because she doesn't want to get pregnant. So you are just, I think, all right. Yeah, that's not the case. Let me just say that's not the case. So if you don't want to have more babies, then go and have your pill or your contraceptive or whatever you need. So you don't say I'm not sleeping with him because I don't want to have more babies, when you can actually stop having babies with birth control.
Okay, Auntie B.
All right, my darling.
Thank you so much.
All right. But if you are, because I know who is talking, in your situation, if your husband does not give consent and you choose not to do it because you are the submissive wife, then it's on both of you. It's on both of you what happens then, because you are waiting for the permission or the approval to do it. And you are saying you are not sleeping with him again until you do it. And he's saying you cannot have birth control and you already have 4 children. So your own case is different. It's not, that's why I say your situation is not the same with Mr. Paul. So I'm going to let you go, Lady Purity. Thank you very much for your questions. We ask questions because we seek answers. Kelly, you're next.
Hello.
Hello, where you join us from? What do you have to say?
From Germany, and also I'm in the sort of same situation with the one who called, Paul. So I'm also married to a person with the same age gap, like 20 years. And I loved him. People are wrong. They think people marry because of age gap, because you come here because of papers and all that. I had all my life in Africa set up, and he also is a very successful man. We're all successful in our own rights. But age gap is a big thing. And I think, and it has caused a lot of problems for us because, first of all, moving to Germany, it's a different language. It's very, it creates a lot of fatigue because there is starting over all over again. And I can imagine she's a young person. She needs a family back there. She has 4 kids. It's stressful for anyone. That is number one. Number two, the age gap, even in our situation, the man begins to feel like he begins to become more fatherly. You understand? Because for us, like, we dated for 3 years and he was sort of different. When it's in a home situation, the man is a bit more progressed. He's in his own country, he's in his own element, and you come here, you're younger, you feel it's a whole different new environment, and you sort of go back into a cocoon, you get? So the man sort of begins to be like a father figure instead of a partner. So in
So
that
are you
case,
talking about yourself now, or you are still talking about Paul?
I'm talking about Paul because his age is 24. So I'm trying to understand from this woman's perspective what could have changed, you get? Or what is the issue? So if this woman feels like fatigued with 4 kids, she's trying to do nursing, she's trying to do all these things, and the man with his age gap, his own things are going. That's why she was even resentful that he couldn't take time off to go to her to the hospital. She feels like this, and
So
you're
Kelly,
stressed. Yeah.
Kelly, sorry, let me interject because you said your husband is also 20 years older than you.
Yes.
So age gap, if you marry somebody and there's a big age gap, it's not only the man that you blame, right? You are also responsible for that.
Yes, I take the blame. And
And you
I'm
also
fully
said that it's not
responsible.
necessarily a problem. It's not, age gap is not a problem, right?
Yes, it's
And now
not
you are
necessarily.
saying that it's a problem because of the issues you're having now, right?
The thing is, I'm saying people think, like, from the comments you read, it's like, oh, the woman came here because of the papers and all that. People fall in love because of different reasons.
So you are saying you married for
Paul,
love.
yes, I married for love, but
Age gap was not a problem
it
then.
was not a problem then.
But is it a problem now?
If I look at it now, it's a problem because
it's always been a problem.
The guy is sort of progressed, and now the lady, you can see even in this situation, in Paul's situation, she's trying to be a nurse. Probably even Paul feels a bit threatened that even if you read the comments, people are saying she wants to be a nurse to leave him. Like, okay, so this woman nobody has given a chance for her to speak, but everybody thinks because she's trying to get her career down.
Kelly, you are trying to make this about you. This is not about you, okay?
No. I'm
No,
just
no.
Yeah.
When women come here, we don't give a chance to their partners or whoever they will with. We don't say that you should go and bring the other person to speak. Have you ever said?
No.
Have you ever seen me ask anybody to go and bring the other person to speak here? So don't bring
I'm
that
just
narrative
trying.
that, oh, she's not given an opportunity to speak. We never do that here. We address the issue and we look for solutions. We're here to support Paul. So don't make this about you. I think you are inserting yourself into this matter because your situation is similar. But this is not about you.
Let me just speak about Paul then. So for me, I think he should be a bit patient because they have already made 4 babies, and it's a fair chance to give the children a family. Okay, so he should be patient with his wife. He's also had his own problems. What he did in his country was not respectful to his marriage and to his wife, talking truthfully. And he's also a good man. I see that he has his heart at a good place, but he should try to work it out. That's what I was coming to, if you let me speak. He should treat his wife as an equal partner in this relationship, because even he speaks, he wants to go back to Nigeria and do what he did. It's not a good thing. He doesn't respect his institution. If he wants to make it work, he should make it work. If he doesn't, he should let the woman go. She deserves to
Okay, I gotta go now, Kelly, because I think this is all about you, and we have people who want to talk to Paul. You keep going on and on and on as if this is about you. He doesn't respect his marriage. He doesn't respect his marriage. What are you talking about? She said that the woman is denying him. You don't see anything about it. You are making this all about yourself. Okay, we move on. Molly's life. Every man to their kettle. This is not about you, Kelly. If you want to share your story, you're welcome. Okay, because you are in a similar situation, and so all you can see is your own situation in this story. This is not about you. Okay, if you want to share your story, we are here. We'll welcome you with open hands to come and tell your story, but don't come and make somebody else's story your own. I won't allow that. Molly's life, welcome.
Hello, good evening, Auntie B.
You're welcome. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. I'm calling from Finland and I'm from Kenya.
Okay, you're welcome. What do you have to say, sweetie?
First of all, I want to appreciate you for so many things. You made me join university back in 2019.
No
Because of
way. Are
everything.
you
Yeah,
serious?
I've
Wow.
brought you message many times. Maybe you never see it.
No, I
And
do. I
now,
remember your name. And you graduated
yeah.
now?
No, next year I'm going to graduate.
Oh, well done. Well done. Well
Yes,
done.
next year. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah, so what I would like to tell Mr. Paul, from my own perspective, I think he's in this relationship alone, And it's not fair to him, like, to be persistent, to be in that relationship, because this is a one-sided thing. It's rather for him to take courage and move on with his life, because he's getting older, and maybe he can find himself a worthy person of his love and his attention that he's fighting so much to give to his wife. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, my darling. I
Yeah.
wish you the
Thank
very
you.
best in your academic studies. All the best. Let me know when you graduate, yeah, so that
Yes.
I
Yes.
can shout you out here. Congratulations, my darling, in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Look
you
after
so much.
yourself and your family. All right. Bye,
Okay.
sweetie.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, we got Bookie. Hello, Bookie.
Hi, Sister B. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. What do you have to say?
So, first, I have to start by saying I never thought that one day I would come here and actually speak for a man.
I like
Because
the confession. You put your
I'm
hands
not a
up
man
and you're
hater.
like, I
Yes,
like.
I'm not a man hater, but I'm very pro female.
Yeah.
And I was kind of skeptical in the beginning of this call. You should have seen me. I was like listening to it with my hands folded, like, let's hear what you want to say.
I love
But
that.
quite
Mm.
frankly, you can tell that this man is a very honest person.
Yeah.
When men tell stories, when anybody tells stories, they tend to talk about what the other person has done.
Mm-hmm.
This man was extremely vulnerable about what he did, what he didn't do. Matter of fact, I don't know if anybody caught it. When he was talking about the Kerewa, I feel like he was covering for that lady. Because at first he said, she doesn't give me.
That's what he said.
Yes. And then he said, she gives me a little bit.
But not too often.
Not too often.
And
Then when the
also, sorry, Buki, about the issue of the
yes.
love. I kept pulling him up on that and saying she doesn't love you. He said, no, she loves
Yep.
me. She told me.
Oh,
So he's
yeah.
always trying to, make her look better.
Yes. I
That's a
caught
good
that.
man.
Yes. And then when he cheated on her, when they were talking, he basically narrated and said, but you don't give me. Right? So when he's talking about her, he's trying to kind of make us not completely judge her, But then when he was narrating their conversation, he said, you don't give me. That really is the truth. That to the side. The next thing is, he's finding it really difficult to understand that maybe this woman doesn't love him. And I don't blame him for that. It's really a blow to anybody's ego to know that, you're dating someone or you're married to someone that they don't have feelings for you. It's okay if he wants to be in denial. It makes him sleep well at night. That's fine. The only thing is, I hate to say this, but I agree with you on that trial separation. This man is going crazy. You're basically bribing your wife with money. You're running around bus stations trying to catch who she's in the bus with. You're going to the church, somebody is disrespecting you, not greeting you, you're begging it. No, let's flip this around. If this was a woman, we'll be sitting here like, break up with him. He's this, is that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's going nuts. This guy is going nuts. This is crazy. Why do you have to go through this? Now, I know that there are 4 kids involved, and he probably doesn't want a divorce. Nobody does. But essentially, he's got to sit back and, one, prepare himself for. I have a lot of nurses around me. I don't like the stereotype of nurses, that they're this, that. But when this girl eventually becomes a nurse and she's financially stable, she's not even financially stable, she's acting like this. If she's financially stable, then she absolutely has no need for you. It's inevitable that this marriage is going to break down. I would say, yes, go to counseling. If she doesn't want to go to counseling, there's some women that really look at their pastors as God. Unfortunately, you might have to come off your high horse, with the pastors. I get it. I'm not a churchy person, But maybe you should go the route of the pastor, because the pastor is her husband. That's just the truth.
You mean in quotes? The
Yes.
husband in quotes, yeah. That's who she
Why
submits
do I
to his
need
authority. Yeah.
Yes.
She submits to his authority. She
Exactly.
respects him. All the things she
Yes.
should do for her husband. She's cooking for church
She's
members
She's
when she's
cooking
not
for
cooking for
church
her
member.
husband.
Exactly. Apparently, that's the only thing that will work if this man wants to continue with his marriage. If this was my brother, if this was my brother, I would say make a plan. Start putting money aside. Start looking for an apartment. Start figuring out how you're going to divide the kids. When I mean divide, I'm not saying two here, two here. I'm talking about like custody arrangements. Start preparing your brain that you might have to see your kids every other weekend. I don't know how they do it in Germany, but most likely she might have full custody of the kids. Stop prepping your mind, because you're going crazy. Why in the hell are you running around?
And if he gets a girlfriend, Buki, if he gets, because he's a good man, if he gets a woman, another woman outside, that is the end. Because that woman is not going to let go. She will not.
She's not going to let go.
Then this wife will not start running up and down and say she snatched my husband.
Exactly.
You see the problem?
Exactly. But if not for that, maybe the Igbo strength, if this was like an Oyibo person, he would have gone crazy. I'm listening to this story and I'm like, do you hear yourself? You're bribing her with money. You're running around the bus station.
Things people do for love. People do things for love. When you love people, you want to make them happy. I completely understand. Yeah. Thank you very much, Buki. Unfortunately, we have to move on.
Yes. Last words, Sis B. As if this was my brother, have an exit plan. That's all I can say. Have an exit plan right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. We want things to work. We really, really want things to work. I would be very happy if they can work it out. I don't think there's anything in it that is too bad that cannot be worked out. It's not all the time you just leave a marriage because you have problems. What I find these days is that when there's small problem, people want marriages to end. The trial is for her to know that she's got a good man. To teach her that if you lose this man, is it not this Germany? We see all the Mongo Park in Germany. I went to Germany, remember? Recently, it is the headquarters of Mongo Parks. I tell you, no joke. So hopefully we can work things out and help them, support them in prayers and whatever we need to do. Speak to her if we need to. Ola or Lola, you're welcome.
Hey, it's Ola. How you doing?
Ola, it's been a while. How are you?
How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. How's the family?
Everybody's doing fine. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I still haven't sent my invitation to Lola. I have not forgotten.
We are patient, no problem.
Thank you so much.
We're working. All right, good. Yeah. So unfortunately, I missed the story, but I think I've picked up a little bit from just watching the chat and chatting with everybody else in the chat. So the ultimate reason why anybody doesn't want to do Kerewa with you is because they don't want to. That's the ultimate reason. Okay. All right, and we have to address it from that standpoint. It's easy for people to start projecting and start saying maybe because of this, maybe because of that, maybe. The truth is that we don't know. We know his side of the story, of course, right? It sounds like a very nice man, but I want everyone to be aware as well that most people in Kerewa-less
relationships,
Kerewa-less marriages, right?
Yes.
Most people that are in that situation are good people. They are nice people, of course. They're usually like if she was in a marriage with a bad guy, he wouldn't know that he's missing anything. He will be a bad guy out there.
Can you even see? You see the funny thing? The ones that he stepped out, only he posted it. He mistakenly posted it. Can you imagine?
Exactly.
That's to tell you his inexperience.
So he's probably bad at doing this. He's probably bad at
a real bad boy would never make that mistake. Never.
Yes. A real bad boy would be one of the extreme. He will probably show it to your face and disrespect you, or he will be very good at hiding.
Or he will not even record it. He will just do it, clean out, and come home and be looking at you.
Exactly. So we know for sure that this is a probably very nice, good gentleman who is in a situation that a lot of people are actually in. So once we address that first, the question goes back to again, why is it that my wife does not want to do kerewa with me? Because that's the core issue right there. And there are many reasons, okay? Starting from yes, like what I picked up from the chat is that if this person was never kerewa attracted to you in the past, at some point the true colors will come out. Even if they force themselves to do it to the point that they have 4 children. So the 4 children is not an indication of anything. I have way too many examples of people that have more children and they were never attracted to that person. It was just something they were doing out of duty. So a lot of people do marriage out of from a place of it's a duty, it's commitment, and I need to do it. But eventually, we're humans, right?
Yeah.
So now we're not giving excuses for her because we haven't heard that part of the story, right? We're just saying that there's so many things it could be. So I always like to address the person that's complaining, the person that's talking to us, the person that's telling the story. That's the person that I like to talk to, because the person they have the leverage point of how they want their life to be. Okay, as long as we're not talking about somebody is holding you at a gunpoint, or there's nothing like that going on, right? We're talking about you made a choice to be in a relationship with a person that's not giving you kerewa. I'm not guilting, I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying, would you consider that you have the power of choice, that you can decide today? It is easier said than done. You can decide today and say, you know what, there's no kerewa for 3 months. There's no marriage. There's no marriage. And by the way, if there's any chances that you attract this person into kerewa with you, this is precisely what will attract them back to you. There's a good chance that you have been showing up with needy behavior, clingy behavior. If you're not getting kerewa and you're begging for it, the more she doesn't want to do it, because that's a turn off. There's so many things that goes into that. That's in addition to whatever is going on in the background, right? Which we don't know, right? We don't know the very root of these things. I'm sure that we have 2 different stories. I'm sure her story may be similar to the two previous lady that tried to come here to tell their own story, right? But it's probably none of that. It's probably somewhere in between. The only person we can talk to is Brother Paul. Brother Paul, if that's the gentleman we're looking at on the screen, there are so many people that we appreciate being in a relationship with her, but with him. But if he doesn't open himself up to the possibility that life is blissful on the other side of this particular marriage, how can that be possible? How is it going to be in his best form where he can even attract other people, right? So I would definitely say we don't know a lot, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for him, Besa, I don't know if you saw my super chat. I did support you earlier.
Oh, you did?
But yeah. So, but this is what he says.
Oh, thank you.
That's not a problem. Let me put it up. Let me read it. Okay, this is what it says. It says, "Let go, let God, take care of yourself." This is precisely so you can attract the best out there to himself. Feed self. Create room. He needs to create room. He needs to engage his life purpose and mission. It is not any one human being. It's not his wife. It's not himself. He needs to be bigger than himself and his wife. And then more kerewa is generally attracted to a person that's moving in their purpose.
All right. Thank you very much, Ola. Well said, well spoken,
Thank you,
coming
Sister
from a
B.
man who knows. I appreciate your contribution, bro.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
talk
Have a good
soon.
evening.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay. I am going to be winding down now. Rao, I think you are here twice. How is that possible? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah? Is that Rao?
Hello, Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I have
Yeah, I was
another
going
Rao
in
that
and
is on the
out.
studio. Is that you?
I'm not sure now because I've been going in and out of the studio.
Yes, I think there might be
Apparently,
another Rao.
the sound has just been going off and on. So I've
Okay,
had
go ahead.
to go out and then go back in.
Okay.
So basically, from what Mr. Paul has said, honestly, if a woman emotionally checks out from a relationship, I'm not sure you can get any need to it. And that's the reason why he is where he is now. And usually before most relationships break down to the point where it gets to divorce, the woman usually check out emotionally long, way long before it gets to this point. I'm not really sure how much more he can get from what's going on. I think what he needs to do is to have some serious conversations with her. He needs to understand where her headspace is at. He may be in denial that she loves him. I don't really think it's she really loves him, or perhaps the love is not proportionate. The way or the amount of love he shows to her is not proportionate to what he's getting back.
Yeah.
If somebody loves you, you don't have to work hard for it. Come on. Why are you begging? Why are paying her money? If it's by that one, a lot of marriages, people will fight, they fight all the time. Oh. How much money are you going to keep paying? You go broke at some point.
And
It
you know,
doesn't work
Ralph,
that way.
it's
If you are
usually
a
the other way,
family,
oh, that women will be complaining that because their husband is
yeah, that
sharing
they
the Kerewa
beg.
outside,
Exactly.
that they don't
Yes.
touch them.
Yes, and we women by nature, we're very affectionate. We nurture. So I find it very hard for somebody you say you love, that is your husband, begging you so much and so hard, and still you're still stiff neck about it. I don't think I'm really struggling with the fact that she loves him. I don't think so. That's not love. Also, I also want him to be very rational and very mindful of what's going on now, because it's possible that she hasn't checked out because of where she is at the stage of her life. So she's got her plans. She's going to nursing school. She's trying to be independent.
Yeah.
A few months ago, I did have a conversation with somebody who was telling me, complaining about her husband more or less to me, and she was basically telling me that she wants to get a job now. She wants to move out, and the reason why she wants to move out is because she wants to get a job. If that makes sense, she wants to get a job first before she moves out, but then she needs to get a job first, before that happens. And meanwhile, the man doesn't know. The man is doing the school run. He's doing everything he can to support. He thinks he's supporting his wife, but she's telling me at the side that she needs to be financially independent, but she needs to check out from the relationship. But she can't do that now because she needs to get a job. If that makes sense. So what's happening is that she's using him as a means to an end. So he needs to be
Yeah.
very careful so that he doesn't lose at both sides. If he needs to have a discussion with her and have it now, don't wait. It's either you want this thing or you don't want this thing. I need to know where your headspace is at, and he needs to be very logical and rational about it. If he's having difficulties with this, he could invite a third party that he trusts to have that conversation with his wife, so that that party can help him look at, where's her headspace at, and know exactly what's going on. If she wants the relationship, he would know, because she would start making positive steps, not just by saying I love you, I love you. We need to see the action, we need to see the doing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as I'm going to therapy may help to unravel exactly what has been going on, because it looks like she's resentful of him for some reason. I don't know exactly what the issue is, but there has to be a root cause. And when people are resentful like that, they lack understanding. She will never be understanding of your situation. She will never try to reason with you, because she's being resentful. And there's probably something that is triggering that. Maybe therapy could help to shed more light on it. But the most important thing is that she has to be willing to make sure that it works. And he needs to be able to figure out if it's a different thing if she's saying she's willing and then trying to use him to just while away time so that she gets her nursing degree. So he needs to make sure that he knows genuinely where her headspace is at, so that he can make up his mind if it's the right time for him to leave, or genuinely work on the relationship. And
Thank
the issue of
you.
sex, no woman should ever deny a man of sex, and vice
Kerewa.
versa.
Kerewa.
Sorry, Kerewa. Sorry, Kerewa. In a
1 minute.
relationship,
You have
in a
one more
marriage.
minute more, Ralph,
Yes,
before
one
we
minute,
move.
please. 1 minute. It's not right. It's not right. Not for an extended period of time. I know a lot of women, do this a lot. It's just not right. Honestly, I really do wish him the best, and I thank him very much for coming to the show. But yeah.
Thank you very much. You said spoken very well. You should pray as well. You forgot to add that. He needs to pray. Yeah, he needs to pray. Paul needs to pray. Faith, you're welcome, sweetie.
Hello, Auntie P. Hello.
Hi, sweetheart.
So
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hmm.
I'm going to keep it short. What I wanted to say is that I think that this lady, she started out using him. I don't think she felt any affection for him. I think she saw him, knew that he lives abroad and wanted to have the possibility to come abroad. And that's why she used him. And I think she's just continued using him up to this day. And because he's always like so open with his affections, and it's as if no matter what she does, he's going to take her back. He's never going to let her go. You know what I mean? So she feels so secure in this relationship that she's not putting any effort at all. So maybe she's also planning in secret that after she's done with her degree or what she's doing with her nursing, that she's going to leave him. That one I'm not sure. But for me, the reason actually why I called is to say that she's been emotionally abusing him. That's something that we have not said in this show today. I think it's emotional abuse, and that instead of going to Kerewa in Nigeria or whatever, he should seek counseling.
He shouldn't go on Kerewa in Nigeria. That's not
no. I think that his mental health, he has issues there, and that instead of, because she killed his spirit.
Yes.
So instead of going home and doing whatever he's doing, then he should better seek counseling. If she doesn't want to go together with him, he better go and look for somebody and help himself. And then maybe he should really show her that, he doesn't really need her like that because he's a good man. I was listening to the show today, and in the beginning I was thinking that, oh no, why did he go and look for such a young girl, to marry? But then later on, I was thinking that he's such a good man. Any woman would be lucky to have him. He should not be too needy. He should show her that other women are also attracted to him, and maybe her behavior will change, if she sees that.
Absolutely.
So that's all I wanted to say, Auntie.
Thank you very much, my darling. Have a good evening,
Get on with the show. Okay.
Yeah. I like your new hair. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetie.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Right. Okay. We are closing now. I'm not sharing the link again, my people. Somebody is asking for the link. Unfortunately, I have to draw the line here because of time. Common Sense Sisters, you are up next. Is it Ella?
Finally, only Ella today. Only
Ella,
me.
sorry, Ella.
Hell.
Sorry. You've been very patient.
That's it. Patience. I'm learning from Mr. Paul on how to be more patient.
Yeah.
This was selling patience in the market.
And I'm yes, it should be more. It should still be patient. Patience is good.
Yes, a patient man.
He's a patient man.
He is. I just want to first of all thank you for this live video today, Auntie B. I want to thank Mr. Paul for having the courage to be the first man to come on here and share his story, regardless of any backlash he might have received or will receive in the future. I just want to tell him thank you from the bottom of my heart. Another announcement is for people to please hit the like button. At the point in time, we're over 1,000 people watching, and the likes are not reflecting in that button. So please do justice to that like button.
Yeah, please like. Please, give this video a like. Thumbs up as you are here. Thumb it up on YouTube.
Click the thumbs up button. If you don't know how to do it, and check Google on how to like a YouTube video. Thank you.
It's easy. It's that thing that look like your hand up like this. I'm here now talking for 3 hours. All the salivas in my mouth is gone.
My God. I'm
trying to like, and I don't go green.
Have you drank water?
If you see my jar of water, I stack the water for here when I start. Don't like here. Flo is liking in the comment section.
Which one say you dey like for comment section? Not they give the hand for comment. It's where I
on YouTube.
Google it. I will not.
It's on YouTube that you like, not here. Okay, hit me, Ella, so that we can write.
You know, say when people are talking, I like to write a lot of. I like notes, So first of all, I can see from Mr. Paul's story that he is a genuine man, at least from what he said today, and he wears his emotions on his sleeve. A trait of toxic masculinity is that we tell men that they should hide their emotions, they shouldn't cry, they shouldn't speak, they shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Mr. Paul has shattered all those things today in the sense that he was enough to come out to say he has cried before because of what's happening in his marriage.
Yes.
He told his wife what he wants. He's always apologizing. He acknowledges he's wrong. How many men, not even men, how many human beings are bold enough to do that in the face of adversity, even when you know that you're correct, but for peace to reign, you still decide to say, I'm sorry. You decide to be the bigger person. It's not easy for you to be the bigger person for 12 years of marriage. That's emotional abuse, like what the previous caller was saying. I was going to speak on that. The woman might not be physically doing anything or spiritually doing anything or whatever, but this emotional abuse, whereby you make somebody feel worthless before your eyes. Now, the first thing I noticed is that everybody's talking about her age, or rather, most people, let me not generalize, talking about her age. Oh, she's young, she's this, oh, You have to remember that Mr. Paul, he had a dream. He had a dream. He followed his dream. The way Joseph followed his dream.
Joseph Alala.
He followed his
Oh
dream.
my God. Ella, please don't make me
2
laugh.
hours.
You see, Mr. Paul had a dream.
He had a dream.
Is it Martin Luther King that said, I have a dream?
He had a dream.
I have a dream.
That one day he will go to Nigeria and marry.
I will find my wife under 3 days.
In 72 hours.
You try, you get mind.
Now
mind you be. Under 3 days, you see woman marry her. You didn't how do you even know the hey?
3 days. Maybe you know interpret the dream way. There's one thing to have a dream, and that is interpretation. Those are things.
At least get to know her, go to Germany, come back, study her, spend time. He said I just married under 3 days.
As he said, it isn't a God
maybe just say I just use ring, touch and say, follow me. Oh, yeah, follow me.
And she to herself say, as she see him too, she know. Say he is the one.
That one is almost, in fact, it's so
she accepted it, so she was not forced. I don't know whether her family members forced. I'm not going to create.
They didn't force her. They all accepted, but they all made mistakes.
Was a 21-year-old adult who agreed to be married to a 45 or 46-year-old.
That you met 3 days ago.
That was her choice. You open eye, koro. He come back Nigeria, visit, and within a year, papers will process everything. You move, you go. The first year of landing, you say you want to have 4 children. The man say you don't want more children. You say you must have 4. Within 5 years, you knock. You the deposit results. Now you going to come and tell me that this person is not an adult yet. Which excuse you want me to give? There's no excuse as to why you should be treated.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, somebody says she's a female Mongo back.
Noticing from the comment section that I just want to tell people in the comment section that maybe don't have the same mindset as I do or you do. The grace that you give to women when they come to share their story here, please extend it to Mr. Paul.
Exactly. You see me trying to fight people there. You come and be asking me questions when no the dictionary. Hey, have you done this? Have you done this?
You have to be an objective.
That's why the men don't want to come, because of people that will be taking. You turn the situation, you take it, seize it, and turn it all about you.
From your own perspective.
When we say come and share, people will not come. Then when somebody else is sharing, you turn it to your own story.
You can't turn it to your own story. You cannot. It's not even healthy for an argument. That one, you've already lost the argument. Number 2, you cannot be making excuses for another person just because they're a woman. Gender-based excuse. This woman has no rights. No rights.
Yoruba say, whether you are male or female, if you do wrong, we call it out.
Wrong. It's wrong. If you see kettle, call and kettle, no, they call and ring boiler because both of them they boil water. No, that's wrong. You, as a woman or a man, in this case, I'm talking to the woman because now woman I will call settle matter for today. You cannot weaponize Kerewa against your husband. You cannot say you know go because say you not get money to buy ticket to go Canada. What are you coming to look for in Canada when you have 4 children in Germany to be taken care of at their young ages? When there are places there to visit in Germany. Now, if they go to Canada, not beyond you know they contribute anything to the house. You are going to church. Say you are going to church every day. To go and do what? Assuming you go to work and you bring funds to the house, you will know what it means to be bringing in money. It's good now that she's going to school. At least she's doing something for herself. But on the other hand, I believe from the way Mr. Paul has narrated the story, although he might not agree for himself, this woman, it does not sound like she is physically or emotionally attracted to him. Because no how when you go like man, even by mere crush, having a crush on somebody, when they say they go pass you, they go touch you, they go look you one way, you no go met. You go say you no want the knyashan. And it's I don't even want that. Like, if you are resentful towards the man, you have to tell him why. The man cannot be searching your brain or be trying to learn and be knowing about you. You have to communicate. If you are regretting that you got married to him, you feel like you've wasted your youth or whatever, you're a human being, you will have regrets of whatever actions that you've had. At least be bold enough to tell him and don't make this man go crazy.
He's very accommodating. That's one thing about Paul. Very, very accommodating.
That's what it appears to be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those people that will come and say we never hear the side of the woman's story. No, because when women they can't share their story for a year, they tell what men don't do. We know they tell the victims or survivors.
Exactly. All the people where they say make we hear from the woman just now, in fact, are they vex? I know, are they vex?
And we cannot be diagnosing somebody on the screen. For example, calling him a narcissist. We can't do that. That's unfair.
I think realities around you did that. I didn't catch it on time.
That's
unfair. And that was very unnecessary. I didn't say it because there are so many comments. That was so unnecessary. That word should not be thrown around anyhow. What in his character has indicated anything narcissistic about him?
This one na case of emotional abuse, whereby Mr. Paul he's now seeing himself as less than. If Mr. Paul wanted to cheat,
he's the one that is being abused emotionally by not giving Kerewa to him. You signed up to give him Kerewa, so you bloody well give him that Kerewa. If you don't want to give the Kerewa, then he has the right to leave the marriage.
The reason why you be
that's grounds for divorce.
And you don't be say the woman don't say this man love her. She go no. It's always advisable that the man should love you more than the woman should love. So in this case, this woman will know that this man loves her. Yes, he has some faults in the marriages, which he has openly acknowledged. He did not say that he's a saint. He did not do this. He did not do it. No. The man come here. He talk what they do. He says some of the things when his wife they do. Why can't we look at this thing objectively?
I beg. It's okay. Let's just summarize. So that we go end.
There is no excuse of saying she's a young woman. She's grown. She knows what's up. Mr. Paul should be honest with himself. And you look at love is a verb, it's an action. If somebody is telling you verbally that they love you and their action is showing otherwise, it means that they do not love you. You have to tell the truth. So you look yourself in the mirror. If this woman is telling your kids that they shouldn't eat from you because you are going to poison them, is that not wickedness? Not be evil. That children, when they take away from you, when Germany already take away from you, then they return you back. Then the mama they say their papa won't poison them. If social services go that house tomorrow, the children say this is what mommy said. Would that one not be another problem?
And children not sabi keep secret too. They not sabi.
Love is a verb. Let's stop all this double standard. Mr. Paul, I applaud you again for coming to share your story. Yes,
you very much, Jare.
You say no to cheating. If you go Nigeria for January, you get plans to cheat. Please let that woman go and let her let you go. There is no excuse on why you should cheat.
Thank you very much.
And remember to like the video.
Right. Thank you so much, Ella of Common Sense Sisters. Appreciate you. Have a good evening.
Yo, we watch it and comment and only.
Yes, he will comment in the comment section. We will know that it's Yo that put that comment. Thanks, my sweetie.
Thank you.
Take care, sweetie. Bye. Okay, Amaya, let's end. What do you have to say in summary? Round it off for us. I'm rounding in 5 minutes.
Okay, so in summary, make I move fast. In summary, first and foremost, I beg women, people need to be open-minded because there's no need for the bashing. This man he came and he courage he take for him to come narrate his story for platform full of women. There's no need for the insult. There's no need for the judgment. Make we use the eye of mercy, look this matter, and objectivity. There are a lot of things happening. There's no, let's call a spade a spade. You know, the woman, when this man marry, he not do the correct thing like that. I mean, she's wrong on so many levels. Now, the reason why I think the man get patience is because, you know, he keeps saying he loves the woman. He keeps saying that, right? He needs to satisfy himself. He needs to get to the point where he sees that, okay, I've done the best I can. I need to move on. We know if he force and come up for the marriage. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps saying, I love her. Oh, I think she still loves me. You know, there's that denial. So he needs to satisfy himself. So if he still has room to extend patience, he should. There's nothing wrong with that. If it works out for him, hey, would everybody not be happy that at least the marriage is working out? I mean, who wants people to be separated with that many children? There are too many children to just get up and leave like that. You know, we have to consider that, you know. So for me, I say he should give it the best that he can. If at the end of the day it's not working out, let him leave. That's all, you know. And we should stop saying, oh, well, you know, the woman can keep herself. Why can't the man keep himself?
Yeah.
Where we're wired differently. Whether you want to explain it away or not, you want to be modern woman and justify
And who
it in
says that
every
women
way.
don't cheat? Who says that women don't cheat?
Exactly.
I
Women
beg.
cheat emotionally. They are
Let's not
even
start another conversation. I
exactly.
beg, I beg, I
That's
beg.
another conversation entirely. But I'm just saying, this man had the courage to come on this platform to share his story. Let's look at it and he spoke from his mind, So thank you very much. I really enjoyed this. I appreciate the fact that Mr. Paul came and bared himself the way he did. And Sister B, thank you very much. It's really nice to see you. I'm so excited. It was really nice to
Thank
see
you,
you today,
sweetheart.
Colin. All
Thank
right,
you.
then. Later.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye.
yourself.
You
Bye.
too. Bye, sweetie. Yeah. So in conclusion, Preston Ose, you are saying that that I'm so much on the men's side today. The ladies are not happy. Their demons are coming out. You are completely wrong about me. That is the thing that a lot of you men do not understand what we are here for on this show. You just think that because we talk about men, that we are against the men. This is the point. You miss it. We are talking about the issue. It's about the issue. So women have been the one that have been coming. This is the first time that we have a man. We are talking about the issue, and I always say it on this platform. It is issue specific. I don't know how to say it in any other Nigerian language. Issue specific, whether I can say it in Yoruba or Igbo or Benin or something. I don't know how to say it. It is about the particular issue that we are dealing with. We are not dealing with the gender or the whole say all men are bad. Or no, it's about when people come here, they come here for support. They come here for advice. They come here for help. And we have to do that. And when they narrate their story, we don't question them. We don't say, oh, you are lying. We don't do that. And some men are uncomfortable with that. And that's not my problem. So if a man comes to share his truth, it's the same support that I've been giving my sisters. God bless all of them that have been here. It's the same support he will receive. Except I see holes in the story. And I usually discuss with them before we come on. And I tell you, when I spoke to this man today, we're not even supposed to have the show today. But I said, you know what? Let's do it today. Can you do it? He said, okay, I'm working tonight, but let's see if we can squeeze it. And then we just set it up. So you guys don't understand. The fight is against abuse. It's against narcissist behavior. It's against people being abused and used anyhow in the diaspora. It's not against any gender. I hope I've made myself clear to everyone that is listening tonight. So, in summary, I'm just going to say thank you very much, Paul, our dearest brother. You are a real man. A real man is the one that is honest, and he will say, I did this wrong. I am sorry. This is what I did wrong. He's accountable for his action. And if there's one thing you have in surplus is accountability. You said it, I did this wrong. I was wrong, I did this. This is what I should have done. You are very reflective. You're someone that looks at your actions and you analyze it. Even the way you communicate, you acknowledge that you come on very strong and authoritative, and your wife does not like that. I mean, working on your communication skills is something that you can do. You can work on it. It takes practice. Okay. If you work in a formal, let's say, white collar job, for instance, then it's something you would have been working in because you usually work in teams. And you cannot, as I'm talking now, I can't talk like this at work. Okay. I'm talking here because it's we. We are Africans, so I can talk like this. But at my place of work, you're not gonna say na me, na another bridge you go see. My voice will just come down, bam. The tone will be lower. I will speak more politely. I will, So it's about working on your presentation with time, okay? But the thing going forward that I want you to take away from here is for you to acknowledge that, okay, mistakes have been made and you acknowledge them. But I don't think this marriage is beyond reconciliation. I don't think that there's no room for reconciliation. I think your wife just needs to swallow her pride, and whoever is gingering her in the corner telling her, "Oh, this old man, when you marry you, so no mind now," because you keep begging her, because she doesn't realize what she has. She's got a good thing and she needs somebody to open her eyes. Maybe she still has some friends that are single out there, or even some friends that married or separated, that are telling her, oh, this man, they're telling her that she can do much better. But I tell you, there's no much better anyway. She's got 4 children with you, and you can work on things, and there are ways about it. But as much as we don't encourage women to sit and be tolerating abuse, I'm not going to encourage you to do that. Everyone has spoken very well tonight. They say be patient. But I will personally still say that you should consider a trial separation to see how this guy is, the kind of person that he is. He wants to leave. He's calling his wife to say, Abi, we should separate. You see, he's looking for her permission. Some men will just take their bags and go. They will not even ask. Okay? But you still went to her to say, Abi, should we separate? Since it's like this now, it's not working. Should we separate? And she said, no, stay. Don't go. You see? So your heart is in a good place. And I love you for that. But I think you might need to do that separation. If she does not agree to have that conversation that people were saying, have a conversation, go to therapy. If she refuses, I think you need to do what they call trial separation. Please Google it and see what it means. It doesn't mean that the marriage is going to end. It just means you give each other a break so that everybody can weigh each other up from afar. Because you see, the grass is always greener on the underside. But when that separation is there now, then she will now begin to see that, actually, this man is a good man that I have. Okay, maybe I have to rethink my way. Then she will now start considering what it means to be a single parent with 4 children in Germany. She'll now start looking at it that, okay, it might not be that easy and you haven't done anything that is beyond forgiveness. You've apologized. So you need to go to therapy. That is not even negotiable. But if she doesn't agree to have a conversation with you and to go to therapy, then I am personally saying you need trial separation. Leave the house. Yeah, leave. Just leave. She will come and find you and be begging you. I put it to you. Shebi, she's going to nursing school now. 4 children, nursing school, Abby. All right. She will come and beg you. That's when she will now know that, a bird in hand is worth 10 in the bush. Because we've seen a lot on this platform, I tell you. We have seen all sorts. You are not collecting the money the government is giving her. She's not working. You are not forcing her to work immediately. You've allowed her to live in Germany all these years without working. Okay, even though she has children. Some men, even with having the children, they will put the woman to work. And we've seen so many examples here until she will work and her back will break because you want her to pay you back the money you used to bring her. But you didn't do that. You are a hardworking man. So you deserve love and you deserve to be respected. You cannot force somebody to love you. If she's tired, then let her, get a F out of her. Get the F. Don't let me come and cuss on national television. Yeah. She will see now that, and when it comes to the issue of parenting, remember I spoke to you about it. Please parent your children. You don't need permission to parent your children. I want you to watch this show all over again from the beginning. You are a man. Stand up for your family and parent those children. Because if you don't, when they grow up, they're going to blame you. They will blame you. So you have a duty. You produce those children together. So you have to pull your own weight regarding. Don't take permission from her before you parent your children. No, you don't need permission. You're a man. Set them straight. I'm not saying smack. Oh, don't go and smack again. Remember, they already took them before. Don't smack. Look for ways that you can discipline. There are other ways that you can discipline children in the diaspora. Withdraw things from them. Ban them from watching television. Children, if you tell them not to watch it, grant them. They cannot go out or they cannot do, they are too young to be granted. But there are other ways. You can Google, how do I discipline children in the diaspora, so that you know. Because beating is all we know from Africa, but you cannot beat here. If you beat, German government will come again. I hear that they are looking for black children to take. So I pray that they don't take yours. Well, we're still going to talk to you. There's somebody I'm thinking of that will get involved to speak with your wife. We have this amazing sister in Germany. She's very, very calm. She's very, very humble. She speaks slowly, but she's assertive. I'm going to get her to talk to your wife. But we'll discuss this more. Because at the end of the day, solution we're looking for, you want this marriage to work. And we want this marriage to work. She needs to also understand that this issue of church. Pastor is not going to marry her. The pastor is married. You cannot respect the pastor more than your husband. That is completely faulty. Any of you that are watching me here, women that you are married or you are in relationship and you carry church on your head, like somebody that I don't know what you are looking for. Just know that you are committing sin. That's sin. When you leave your responsibility in your home and you go and be going to church every day, you go to church, you disappear from morning till night. Because if you are jobless, go get a job for goodness sake. Why are you going to church so much? If you go to church on Sunday, is that not enough? Highest, you want to go maybe another day, once a week, twice a week. If you begin to be something 4-5 times a day, you are jobless. Oh, Nisha. So you better go and look for a job. So I hope that this sister, we can reach her and we can talk some senses into her. Because if she loses you, I don't know. Any of those women in Germany grab you like this, you go hard though, honestly. But we don't want that. So we'll see what we can do. I hope she listens. Any tobality kokbo, he who has ears, let them hear. So I'm just going to leave it here today. I hope you guys have thoroughly learned one or two things and enjoyed the humor of our brother. He made us laugh too much with that NEPA take light and NEPA no take light. But he's a very funny gentleman and he doesn't even know it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, my Eskona. Appreciate your contribution. Everyone that's called in tonight to support our brother. Thank you. All of you that called in and you were talking about yourself, the show is open. Come another time to talk your own story. This is not about you. Today is about Brother Paul. And I'm sure all the brothers here and those listening now know that when brothers come, we show them the same love and we don't discriminate. It's not about gender. It's not about bashing. This is about supporting one another against any kind of abuse. Thank you so much, everyone. Before I leave, I just want to encourage you, subscribe if you've not done so. Hit the like button and make sure that your notification bell is on. I'm back on Sunday night at 7 p.m. GMT. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Love you very much. Lola and Ola, people are saying I should bring you more, so we need to arrange more sessions with you. We need to arrange more sections with you because you speak so much truth. Thank you so much, people. Have a good afternoon in the US, in the Americas, and you in the UK, in the Europe. Have a good evening. Love you very much. Yes. God bless you. Good night, guys. Bye.